Okay, so I Googled. Google. I went on to Reddit. I said into Google, best choose your own adventure book of all time. Reddit. And I went to the first like 2 or 3 links, and everybody was saying Steve Jackson's Sorcery or House of Hell, also written by Steve Jackson, or another book called Lone Wolf by Joe Deaver. Joe Deaver apparently allowed this website to put them all on there for free. And I did not download them because I figured that was too much choice. Apparently, House of Hell is a lot like tighter and compact, but it is significantly harder. This one Redditor said that it took them 39 attempts over the course of like a 3-hour train ride to finish one playthrough. This one is a lot more like children love it. You know what I mean? Children can follow it. This was like a beloved book from the 80s. There are 4 of them, and then they turned it into a tabletop RPG. Steve Jackson and some company turned it into a TTRPG. And personally, it sounds really fun. It sounds like there are a lot of dead ends, as there always are, but that it's going to be like a interesting adventure. We're probably going to see a lot of trope stuff. We're probably going to see a lot of, oh my God, this is where that came from, or I wonder if he was the first person to do that, or you used to see this all the time in the 80s, you know? But anyway, this is Sorcery, number 1, by Steve Jackson. It is titled, or this adventure, this module, I guess, is called the Shamutanti Hills. It's like mutant. Shamutanti Hills. The exciting new fantasy adventure in which you become the hero. I've left a little bit of space above me because I am prepared to open up Photoshop and put it up there as a little notes, like if we have to take notes or something like that. So, published by Penguin Books. Steve Jackson is an internationally known figure in the fantasy games world. He is co-founder of Games Workshop Ltd., the largest British company specializing in such games. Its activities include publishing White Dwarf, a magazine devoted to science fiction and fantasy games. I'll have to check that out. And organizing Britain's largest games convention, Games Day, which is held in London every September. I'm almost certain that I've heard a YouTuber talk about that. Mr. Jackson attended Altrincham School in Cheshire and went on to the University of Keighley, where he studied biology and psychology. While in college, he founded the university's Games Society after writing on a freelance basis. I've never seen freelance with a hyphen. For the professional games magazine Games and Puzzles, he co-authored with Ian Livingstone The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, a fantasy book for children. He was the sole author of 2 other books in the same series, The Citadel of Chaos and Spaceship Traveler. Oh, it's interesting that it would go from Warlock to Spaceship within the same series. In addition to the Shamutanti Hills, and the Sorcery series comprises the Spell Book, also available from Penguin Books, as well as Kare, City Port of Traps, The 7 Serpents, and The Crown of Kings, all to be published by Penguin. I have all of them. I have also read that Kare, City Port of Traps, is a standalone. Like, it's in the same universe, but if you wanted to just do one, you could start at Kare, is what a couple of people said on Reddit. Immortal Danger, the Blackstone Avatar. Interesting. Introduction. You are about to embark on an epic adventure, a quest for the Crown of Kings. Your journey will take you from Analand, your home, across the unruly territories of Kakabad to the Mumpang forest, wherein lies the treasured crown. In this solo fantasy role-playing gamebook, you may elect to become either a wizard or a warrior. If you choose to be a warrior, a simple combat system will allow you to fight the various creatures of Kakabad quickly and conveniently. If you choose wizardry as your skill, you will learn to master a unique magic system found in no other fantasy role-playing game. As would a real grand wizard, you will have to learn your spells. The spells available to you are found in the spell book, which is published separately, and you will prepare for your journey by memorizing these spells. You need not learn all the spells, for all 48 spells will be known only by a true imperial sorcerer. A basic knowledge of as few as 6 spells will be enough for you to start your journey. Whether wizard or warrior, the journey ahead will be dangerous, and you will be faced with tricks, traps, problems, and clues, not to mention the host of evil creatures which will try to prevent you reaching your goal. Through the multi-choice gamebook system, you will choose which paths to take, whether to fight or flee from combat, and how you will solve problems. If death takes you, you'll have to begin your journey again. But if your skill is great, and if luck and your god is with you, you may survive your overland journey to the Mampang fortress. So, let's be real here. We all know that strength and quality builds are the real way to play Dark Souls, okay? Let's set the record here, okay? If you did a mage build when you played Elden Ring, you were playing on easy mode, all right? If you did a stand back and Kamehameha every boss the second you walk into the fucking arena, and you obliterate phase 1 and you don't even engage with the boss, you just walk in and during their fucking startup animation, you blah them, you're playing on easy mode, okay? Mages are bitches, all right? And I understand that this game says a simple combat system will allow you to fight the various creatures, all right? Oh shit, I can highlight the text, fuck yeah. All right? I understand that it says that, but we're not fucking bitches, okay? All right? We're going to stand in their face, and if I make the wrong move and they cut off my fucking arm, that's on me, baby. I'm not going to stand back and lightning bolt. All right? I'm not doing that shit. You want to do that? You do that, okay? That's on you. Viewer, that's on you. And I'm sure it's very fun. Here's the real truth. The spell book sounded really, really fun. I didn't download it. I don't have it. I could do it. I could set it up above me, and we could just scroll through it. I would need like a third screen. Okay, here's the truth. All right, I didn't set it up. I didn't know. Okay, we're all reading this book together for the first time. All right, cut me some fucking slack. The simple and advanced games. Beginners may wish to start with the simple game, ignoring the use of magic. Whoa. Okay, he's calling me like stupid? New Game Plus as a mage then. That's it, Bixit. That's the smart one right there. Rules for fighting creatures with swords and other weapons are given in each adventure book, using a combat system similar to that used in Puffin's The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, the original fighting fantasy game book. By rolling dice, you battle creatures with weapons only. More experienced players will wish to progress quickly onto the advanced game, in which your fighting ability is somewhat limited, but your most powerful weapon will be your knowledge of magic, a much more powerful tool. In actual fact, the advanced game is fairly simple to learn. There is no reason why beginners should not proceed with the use of magic from the start, but learning spells will take some time and practice with the spellbook, and the simple option is given for players who wish to start their adventure with minimum delay. I like this art right here. I like that little guy. Ayo, the illustration is sick. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at that fucking face. So expressive and so minimal. Fucking deal. Okay, anyway. You're the foot in this situation, by the way. Fucking freak. What was I going to say? It says it says that you need to learn the spells, and that like in the previous page it's like, oh, you'll have to memorize the magic. You know, there is not a single kid out there that actually did that shit when they first started. You know that they had this book open and they had the spell book on the table next to them. And when they went, what does my spell do again? They just opened the book. You know what I'm saying? There is not a kid out there that didn't use all 48 spells and only memorized 6. Only the kids who had played this game like 5 times did that shit, I swear. How to fight the creatures of Kakabad. Before setting off on your journey, you must first build up your own personality profile. On pages 18 and 19, you will find an adventure sheet. This is a sort of current status report, which will help you keep track of your character. Your own skills, stamina, and luck score will be recorded here, and also the equipment, artifacts, and treasures you find on your journey. Since the details will change constantly, you are advised to take photocopies of the blank adventure sheet to use in future adventures, or write in pencil so that the previous adventure can be erased when you start another. We're going to use Photoshop. Skill, stamina, and luck. Roll 1 die. If you are playing as a warrior, the simple game, add 6 to this number and enter the total in the skill box on your adventure sheet. Okay, hold on. What page was it? 18 and 19. Okay. All right. Let's see how to do this. Don't want anything to pop up while I'm opening this. Window, close the timeline. I was making a GIF, but I need that shit to go away. Okay. Everything's good. Can you guys see anything? No. Interesting. Okay, good. I see how, like, VTubers can use this. This is strange. No, I'm sorry. I was talking to myself. Okay, let's go back. I need to do another grab here. Screen capture. Photoshop. We're going to do window capture, and it's going to be Photoshop. Okay. Are you a VTuber? God, I wish. VTuber models are so expensive, everybody. I've looked into it. Even the ones that are like fully customizable. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is going to be like a piece of paper, okay? It's going to be behind. And we're actually going to rename this. So this is going to be named rename adventure. And this is going to be named character sheet. Okay. Oops. And I think I want to make myself a little smaller. There we go. Are you a flesh tuber, Slur? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, unfortunately. Okay. I need to put on some chapstick. My flesh tuber lips are dry. These flesh tubers are ruining this platform. That's funny. I like that. Okay. Yes, flesh tuber. You love to bin Aries messages. Okay, so you guys should be able to see. Let's go back. What page were we on? Here we go. Skill, stamina, and luck. Roll 1 die. Okay, I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to quit Chrome, and I need to open up Firefox. Oh, Jesus Christ, I've got so many things open right now. I need another monitor, but MacBook M1s only support one monitor. Isn't that fucked up? Roll a die, or online dice roller. That's what I want. D&D, yes. No, that's not what I want. I want like a visual 3D. Dice simulator. Roll dice now. Okay. Okay, I don't hate that. That's cool. I don't hate that. All right. Plus screen capture. Dice roller. And we are going to window capture, and it's going to be Firefox. There's 2 mice on the screen, and I couldn't tell which one was mine. Oh my God, guys. My desk is so cluttered. My desk is so cluttered, everybody. All right, so check this out. You guys should be able to see this. How was that? That was pretty good, right? That was good. Nice dice audio. Oh, you can hear that. It's loud as fuck. Okay. Sorry that was so loud. Was that still very loud? Let me turn that down again. We're going to mute that. We're going to mute that. We're going to mute that. How's the audio on the dice roller? It's fine for us? Okay, yeah. Now that I've turned it down like 50%. All right. It's okay? All right, good. Okay, so what did it say? It said you accidentally muted yourself? No, I didn't, Solstice. I literally can see on the screen. All right, so it says roll 1 dice. If you are playing as a warrior, add 6 to this number. Okay, so we're going to roll 1 dice. I got a 5. Fuck yeah. And enter the total in the skill box. All right, Photoshop, skill. Give me the pencil. What the hell? Oh, I need a new layer. Oh my God, it's so small. 4, 30, 20. 30's good. No. Let's do 20. So it's 11. Oh God. I wish I had a drawing tablet. So I could like, oh my God, how cool would it be if I had this on like an iPad and I could draw with an Apple Pencil? That'd be sick as fuck. Wait, this is just 1-player D&D? Yeah, Solstice, you get it. Yeah, we're playing D&D. Okay, now it says, if you're playing as a wizard, add only 4 to this number and enter the total. Wizards are worse fighters than warriors, but they more than make up for this by the use of magic spells. Now it says roll both dice, add 12 to the number, and enter it in the stamina box. Okay, let's roll 2 dice now. Yes, I am a nerd. Oh, nice. All right, we're going to roll 2d6s. Please. Give me high numbers. Fuck me. 16 in the stamina. Holy. No rerolls here. 16. Jesus. There is also a luck box. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter this total into the luck box. Okay. 1 dice. Roll. Are you fucking kidding me? No, there's no way. There's no way. The first roll fucked me. Give me 1 mulligan on the luck, okay? I'm not taking a 1 when it was about to be a fucking 5. Okay, all right, 3. Whatever. Okay, give me a fucking, all right, cut me some slack. Okay, so it says add 6 to the 3, so I have a 9. Trash, dude. Oh my god. Cheating already? Cut me some fucking slack, dude. It was going to be a 5, and then it rolls a 1. Kill myself. For reasons that will be explained below, skill, stamina, and luck scores change constantly during an adventure. You must keep an accurate record of these numbers, and for this reason you are advised either to write small in the boxes or to keep an eraser handy. But never rub out your initial scores. Although you may be awarded additional skill, stamina, and luck points, these totals may never exceed your initial scores, except on very rare occasions when you will be instructed on a particular page. Okay, so that sounds to me like we need to write everything. You never rub it out. We need to write everything a little bit smaller. Why is this 0.1? Let's make it like 200. There we go. So this is a 9. And then the big boy, 16. And 11. Okay. I don't know how often we're going to roll dice, but hopefully we'll roll dice very often, and a lot of them. I also wonder, it doesn't say to use a D6. How do we know it's a D6? I assume that because it just says roll 1 die, it's gotta be a D6, right? Like, that's what a die is. I know they're all dies, but like back in the 80s, if I said, you got any dice, they're not gonna be like, do you want a D4? Do you want a D7? They're not going to say that shit, you know? It's the 80s. Nobody knew about D20. Right. Your skill score reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Your stamina score reflects your general constitution, your will to survive, your determination, and overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will be able to survive. Your luck score indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. And we got a 9. That's not bad. Luck and magic are facts in life in the fantasy world you are about to explore. Battles. You will often come across pages in the book which instruct you to fight a creature of some sort. An option to flee may be given, but if not, or if you choose to attack the creature anyway, you must resolve the battle as described below. I think I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And, oops. I think I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And it's just for me to reference. I'm not going to put it on screen. It's just going to be there for me to reference if I need it. Okay. You will often come across... First, record the creature's skill and stamina scores in the first vacant monster encounter box. Monster encounter box. On the right page. So the right page is the monster. Okay, understood. I have so much shit open on my fucking computer. I need to move some stuff around. This is a nightmare. I need another fucking screen. I need like one more screen on the left here. Like a vertical one that I can just like stack stuff up on. You know what I'm saying? Just like have my stuff over there. And then on this screen is going to be chat and OBS. And then on this screen is like what we're doing. The main screen where I'm looking 90% of the time. You know what I mean? That would be like optimal, best solution. I think I could do that with an iPad. No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can screen share. I don't think you can, like, can you do that with an iPad? Can I have like an extension of my desktop? Can I click and drag onto the iPad screen if it's like hooked up? I have to research that. I do want an iPad. I would love to get like an M2 iPad. It's called Sidecar. Okay, I think that's the move because M1, like I said, only supports one screen. You have to do like this weird fucking workaround where you buy this like really expensive box that you plug into, and that's your screen. But it splits from that box to two separate monitors. And I don't know if the monitors mirror each other or not. I have to research. But I looked at the price. I watched a YouTube video on it, and I looked at the price, and I was like, I'm not buying that shit. I think I'm going to get an iPad. I've wanted an iPad for a couple years now. Even though I'm not like I hope the iPad doesn't count as a third monitor. I'll have to research. I know what to research. I know how to find this shit on YouTube. I just need to do it. Because if that works, I think I'll be goated. Okay, anyway. 33 minutes left on the fucking years. Okay, first record the creature's skill and stamina scores in the first vacant monster encounter box on your adventure sheet. The scores for each creature are given in the book each time you have an encounter. The sequence of combat is then, number 1, roll 2 dice once for the creature. Add its skill score. This total is the creature's attack strength. Number 2, roll 2 dice once for yourself. Add the number rolled to your current skill score. This total is your attack strength. If your attack strength is higher than that of the creature, you have wounded it. Proceed to step 4. If the creature's attack strength is higher than yours, it has wounded you. Proceed to step 5. If both attack strengths totals are the same, you have avoided each other's blows. Start the next round from step 1 above. Dude, I think I pinched a nerve in my neck. An hour in and we're still doing character creation. Okay, but we also talked about photography for like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. I slept wrong on Sunday, and it feels, when I move my neck, it feels like where my neck muscles connect to the back of my skull into where my clavicle begins on my shoulder. It feels like it's going to rip. And it was on both sides, and after multiple days of like hot showers and massages and like pressing on the muscles, the right side went away, but the left side will not go away. And I think there's like a little joint on each vertebra, and I think I either have inflammation on the joint or my shoulder is like out of place or something, but I think I fucked up my neck, and it has been hurting all week. Can't go to the doctor. I'm going to die. I'm old. I hit 30 and I'm going to die now. You might have D in. Bro, I do not have D's nuts. I do not have D's nuts, Bumner. I'm just fucking old, Bumner. Number 4. You have wounded the creature, so subtract 2 points from its stamina score. You may use your luck here to do additional damage. See over. Number 5. The creature has wounded you, so subtract 2 points from your stamina score. Again, you may use luck at this stage. Oh, it's saying see this page. See over. Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that my character sheet was covering everything. I forgot to flip around my books. Number 6. Make the appropriate adjustments to either the creature's or your own stamina score, and your luck score if you used luck. Begin the next attack round. Repeat steps 1 through 6. This sequence continues until the stamina score of either you or the creature you are fighting has been reduced to 0. Death. Death. Fighting more than one creature. If you come across more than one creature in a particular encounter, the instructions on that page will tell you how to handle the battle. Sometimes you will treat them as a single monster. Sometimes you will fight each one in turn. Okay. So it's not like they don't gang up on me. I just fight them back to back. Or I fight them all as like a gang of creatures. Luck. At various times during your adventure, either in battles or when you come across situations in which you could be either lucky or unlucky, details of these are given on the pages themselves. You may call on your luck to make the outcome more favorable. But beware, using luck is a risky business, and if you are unlucky, the results could be disastrous. Okay, so this is like the nat 20, nat 1 type situation. The procedure for using your luck is as follows. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your current luck score, you have been lucky, and the result will go in your favor. Oh my God, wait. Wait, the 1 was better. The 1 would have saved me. Hold on. Re-rolling cheating was a mistake. Cheating is always a mistake. Oh, that's no fucking way. If the number rolled is higher than your current luck score, you have been unlucky. Wait. No. I got it backwards. Okay. Everything's okay. I'm good. It is bad that I rolled a 3, but it'll be all right. I see why you add 6. Okay. So if I roll a 3, 4, or 5, then I'm lucky. But if I roll a 1 or 2, I'm unlucky. So I have what is that? 1/3, 1 out of 3 chance every time I use luck to be unlucky. So if I had rolled a 6, I could never be unlucky. So if I had gotten a luck score of 12, I would have infinite luck, essentially. It would be impossible unless something lowered my luck, like if I got a -2 to luck. But naturally, so I have a 1 in 3 chance naturally to be unlucky. Okay, all right, I'm following, I'm with it. This procedure is known as testing your luck. Each time you test your luck, you must subtract 1 point from your current luck score. Oh, fuck. Every time I use my luck, I become less lucky. Ooh, that is an interesting, what do you call it? Mechanic. That reminds me of Fantasy Flight games, just like real life. Sure. It reminds me of Fantasy Flight games, which does the Star Wars Edge of the Empire tabletop game, or Genesis. It's like a make your own TTRPG book. It's really cool. They have light side, dark side tokens. So if you do something, if the DM does something to you in their favor, they have to flip a dark side token to light side. And now the player, who is, a Jedi, gets the ability to call upon the Force, and the Force, they flip it back to the dark side, and they essentially get to use their luck. So it's very similar. Is this still a choose your own adventure book? It is. This is way more advanced than the books I read as a kid. Apparently, this is one of the greatest ones of all time. We're just giving it a try, guys. Come on. It's just D&D. Thus, you will soon realize that the more you rely on your luck, the more risky this will become. How do I get more luck? That's the question. Using luck in battles. On certain pages of the book, you will be told to test your luck and will be told the consequences of your being lucky or unlucky. I read a Goosebumps adventure book. I don't remember what mine was. It could have very well been this fucking book. However, in battles, you always have the option of using your luck either to inflict a more serious wound on a creature you have just wounded, or to minimize the effects of a wound the creature has just inflicted on you. If you have just wounded the creature, you may test your luck as described above. If you are lucky, you have inflicted a severe wound that may subtract an extra 2 points from the creature's stamina score. Also, it's double damage. However, if you are unlucky, the wound was a mere graze, and you must restore 1 point to the creature's stamina, i.e., instead of scoring the normal 2 points of damage, you have now scored only 1. So you still do damage, but that potentially means that you have to take another turn. If the creature has just wounded you, you may test your luck to try and minimize the wound. If you are lucky, you have managed to avoid the full damage of the blow. Restore 1 point of stamina. Instead of doing 2 points of damage, it has only done 1. If you are unlucky, you have taken a more serious blow, and you take 3 damage instead. Fuck. Remember that you must subtract 1 point from your own luck score each time you test your luck. It's very easy to cheat in these games. Like, I could just never, ever reduce my luck, but of course I will. Restoring skill, stamina, and luck. Your skill score will not change much during your adventure. Occasionally, you may be given instructions to increase or decrease your skill score. A magic weapon may increase your skill, but remember that only 1 magic weapon can be used at a time. You cannot claim 2 skill bonuses for carrying 2 magic swords. Your skill score can never exceed your initial value unless specifically instructed. Stamina and provisions. Your stamina score will change a lot during your adventure as you fight monsters and undertake arduous tasks. As you near your goal, your stamina level may be dangerously low and battles may be particularly risky, so be careful. You start with enough provisions for 2 meals. You may rest and eat only when allowed by the instructions, and you may eat only 1 meal at a time. When you eat a meal, add points to your stamina score as instructed. Remember that you have a long way to go, so manage your provisions wisely. Remember also that your stamina score may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed. Luck. Additions to your luck score are rewarded through the adventure when you have been particularly lucky. Details are given whenever this occurs. Remember that as with skill and stamina, your luck score may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed. Skill. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Fuck. Oh my god. I came out of nowhere. Sorry, I hit my microphone. Whoa. Skill, stamina, and luck. Thank you for the bless you. Score can be restored to their initial value by calling on your goddess. Ooh. So instead of my god, it's a goddess now. Yo. I hope it's like the last lady that we encountered in Slay the Princess yesterday. Oh, also everybody, I'm pretty sure I fixed my internet. I was uploading Slay the Princess to YouTube this morning, and it was literally 0% upload after 10 minutes. And so I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So I did some Googling, and I did testing on my phone. And it turns out my phone was getting 350 megabytes per second upload speed. That's crazy good. That's like 2 people could be streaming an online game at the same time, and neither of us would have high ping or drop frames. That's crazy good, okay? But my computer was getting 4 megabytes per second upload speed. So I did a couple things. I followed a YouTube video, and I made it so that my MacBook was no longer obscuring my IP to my internet service provider. Meaning, it literally gave me a warning saying, this is dangerous to do. You can be tracked and a profile can be made on you. However, I think that's only a worry if I were on a free network, like if I were at a Starbucks or the public library or something, right? I think that's the only time I would ever have to worry about that. Unless my roommate starts fucking like hacking me and keylogging me or some shit, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about this ever. And so I changed like 4 settings. Dude, yeah. I also have to disable private IP for my work Mac. And it's possible that because my roommate works from home, that his internet is set up weird. But he got fired from his job like a month ago, so I don't know. He's got Google Fiber. That's why I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's Google Fiber. And he was like, I have no problems at all with the internet. So I think that fixed it. It messes up things. in some networks. Private IP fucks my iPhone for some reason, but I don't remember what. I have no idea why it happens. It has never happened before. I've had this laptop through so many Wi-Fis. I've uploaded video at cafes. I used to edit for a YouTube channel, and I would upload 4K 45-minute videos at a cafe, and I would just I'd finish the video editing, and then I'd just do the upload, and it would upload. You know what I mean? It would take a long time because I'm at a cafe, but it would just upload. So it also says that VPN can really throttle, like you have to change around your VPN settings. However, as we can see, we are an hour and 12 minutes into the stream, and I have dropped 0 frames, and I am at a consistent 6,000 kilobytes per second. So everything should be fine. Everything should be good. We should be just fine. I'm a little sketched about the a profile can be made on you shit. But I'm at home. I don't think I got to worry about this shit. So anyway, everything should be fine. I have literally no idea why my first 5 streams had no problems or dropped frames, and then randomly it dropped all those frames. I have no idea why that happened. But I hope to God we fixed it, because if this didn't fix it, that means I have to call Google. And I don't want to call Google, okay? Especially since I don't own the network, because my roommate is not going to do that for me. Okay, I think I'm going to sneeze again. I'll be right back, everybody. I'm sorry. I think for the first time in my life, I'm experiencing allergies. Maybe, okay, I wonder if that's why my neck hurts. Because of severe drainage. Huh. I don't know. I think I'm going to go to a chiropractor or a massage therapist or something. But I've noticed my ears hurt. And my nose is super dry all the time, and so it makes me I just tried to blow my nose, but I'm fucking, I don't know, man. Okay, whatever. So if I might have to do that again. Also, I walked out of my room with my fucking cat ears on, and I'm so happy that nobody was out there. Oh my god. Imagine if I had to explain to my fucking landlord why my room is blue. Why my room is blue, and why I have my door stopped up with a sweater, and why I have fucking cat ears on. Oh my god, imagine. I hate living with people. Oh my god, I hate living with people. Fuck. Okay. Alternative dice. If you do not have a pair of dice handy, dice rolls are printed throughout the book at the bottom of the pages. Flicking rapidly through the book and stopping on a page will give you a random dice roll. If you need to roll only one dice, read only the first printed dice. If two, total the 2 dice symbols. This is actually fucking awesome. This is you don't have to carry around dice. You can just have this book in your fucking jacket pocket and roll. I'm going to be real with you. I think I might buy one of these books. I think I might buy one of these and go to a cafe and fucking sit there with my little pencil and just do an adventure. That sounds sick as fuck. Dude, why don't they make these anymore? Why don't they make these anymore? I went to a Dungeons and Dragons fantasy bookstore, and it was nothing but science fiction and fantasy and D&D stuff, and they had like a room, 2 rooms with big dedicated tables to Dungeons and Dragons, and they had like a cafe with a bunch of themed drinks, maybe alcoholic, maybe coffee. I didn't look because they were expensive. This would be so fucking sick if they had like a quiet reading room and it was just like choose your own adventure books for sale. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I would go there all the time and spend like $8 on a choose your own adventure book that's like 100 pages long. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. That is the way that it is now. I feel like video games have killed this industry. This book that we're reading right now is a video game, by the way. They made it into like an app, and it's literally just the book, but an app, I'm pretty sure. And I think they call it an adaptation. But anyway, they do have them like that. But I think that this could make a resurgency. Fuck, maybe I'll write one. Why don't I write one? You know what? I'm sitting here talking shit. Why don't I just write one? Fuck y'all, I'm writing one. Wizards, how to use magic. Okay, skip. Libra, the goddess of justice. During your adventure, you will be watched... Oh, wait, did I read? Yeah, okay. You will be watched over by your own goddess, Libra. If the going gets tough, you may call on her for aid, but she will only help you once in each adventure. I like his graphics. Yeah, I wonder if they were drawn by him. Once you have called on her to help in the Shamutanti hills, she will not listen to you again until you reach Kare, which is the port city. There are 3 ways in which she may help you. Revitalization. You may call on her at any time to restore your skill, stamina, and luck scores to their initial value. This is not given as an option in the text. You may do this if and when you wish, but only once in each adventure. Escape. Occasionally, when you are in danger, the text will offer you the option of calling on Libra to help you. I only helped you because I wanted to. Removal of curses and diseases. She will remove any curses and diseases you may pick up on your adventure. This is not given as an option in the text. You may do this if and when you wish, but only once in each adventure. Okay, we're probably going to use revitalization. I can imagine us as a warrior getting fucked up and being like, I think I'm going to save it for when I can't rest again. So after I use my 2 provisions, maybe. Equipment and provisions. You start your adventure with the bare necessities. It's the bare necessities. Come on, chat, sing with me. You have a sword as your weapon, and a backpack to hold your equipment, treasures, artifacts, and provisions. You cannot take your spellbook with you, as the sorcerers of Analand cannot risk its falling into the wrong hands in Kakabad. So you may not refer to this book at all once you have started your journey. I see. So if you want to play the game correctly, you really do need to memorize the spells. You are not allowed to touch that book again. You know every kid fucking cheated or wrote down a list of spells to take with them. But I kind of like that. Not an open book exam. Nope. No curve on this test. You either pass or fucking fail, Ari. You have a pouch around your waist containing 20 gold pieces, the universal currency of all the known lands. You will need money for food, shelter, purchases, and bribery throughout your adventure, and 20 gold pieces will not go far. You will find it necessary to collect more gold as you progress on your way. You are also carrying provisions, food and drink, sufficient for 2 meals only. As you will find, food is an important commodity as you will have to be careful. And you will have to be careful how you use it. Make sure you do not waste food. You cannot afford to run out of provisions. Okay, I really like the Sorcery logo, by the way. I like that. I think that is like very 80s, and I really like it, especially the small R or the small O between S and R. I like that. The Legend of the Crown of Kings. All right, everybody. We are 50 minutes into this recording, and we are starting the book. I think I might actually do like an actual edit on this video and put like royalty-free music in the background. I have to make sure it's royalty-free though before I do it, because I do not want this video to be copyright striked, which it may be because we're literally reading a book that is not still in print, I'm pretty sure, so it is not copyright free. But hey man, we roll with the punches, okay? We roll the dice, but you can't roll with the automated fucking AI systems. If I put fucking Kendrick Lamar in the background of this video, I will get my shit eaten, okay? My ass ate, all right, by YouTube's copyright system. Why did I say it that way? Anyway, all right, I'll figure something out. And I'm going to put chapters. So 50 minutes in, I hope I remember. I volunteered, no salty, to get your ass ate in my place. Feel free, bro, but don't tell me about it. Unless you want to come on the stream like I did with that gay communist, that gay warlock. Start. The legend of the Crown of Kings. Centuries ago, in the time we now call the Dark Ages, whole regions of the world were undiscovered. There were pockets of civilizations, each with their own races and cultures. One such region was Kakhabad, a dark land at the end of the earth. How do they know it's the end of the earth if it's whole regions of the world were undiscovered? Fantasy. Although several warlords had tried, Kakhabad had never been ruled. All manner of evil creatures, forced from their more civilized lands beyond the Zanzunu peaks, had gradually crawled into Kakhabad, which became known as the Vermin Pit at Earth End. Whoa, that's sick. I like that. Vermin Pit at Earth End. Not gonna lie, that's kind of sick. This is gonna be the first fucking chat people see on the edit. Yeah. But I also said I'm gonna get my ass eaten by YouTube. Civilization and order had spread throughout the rest of the known world ever since the discovery of the Crown of Kings by Chalana, the Reformer of Femfrey. With its help, Chalana became emperor of the largest empire in the Eastern world. This magical crown had mysterious powers, bestowing supernormal qualities of leadership and justice on its owner. But Chalana's own ambitions were not of conquest. He wished instead to establish peaceful nation-states aligned to Femfrey. Thus, in his wisdom, he passed the fable crown from ruler to ruler in the neighboring kingdoms, and, with the help of its magical powers, one by one these lands became peaceful and prosperous. The path was set. Each ruler would own the Crown of Kings for a 4-year period in which to establish order within his kingdom, and fall in with the growing Femfrey alliance. So far, the kingdoms of Ruddlestone, Lendeland, Galanteria, and Bryce had taken their turns under the rule of the crown. The benefits were immediate. War and strife were virtually unknown. The king of Analand duly received the Crown of Kings amid great ceremony, and from that day onwards, the development of Analand was ensured. No one quite knew how the Crown of Kings could have such an enormous uplifting effect on a whole nation. Some said it was divinely inspired, some that its power was merely in the mind, but one thing was certain. Its effects were unquestionable. All was well in Analand until the night of the Black Moon. The king was the first to discover that the crown was missing, carried off on that starless night by birdmen from Zaman. The crown was on its way to Mampang in the outlawed territories of Kakhabad. News came from the backlands that the crown was being carried to the Archmage of Mampang, whose ambitions were to make Kakhabad his kingdom. Although Kakhabad was a dangerous land, it was in itself little threat to the surrounding kingdoms. The lack of rule meant it had no army, and its own internal struggles kept it permanently preoccupied. But with the crown of kings to establish rule, Kakabad could potentially be a deadly enemy to all members of the Femfrey alliance. Such was the shame that fell on Analand for the loss of the crown that all benefits from 2 years under its rule soon disappeared. Law, order, and morale were breaking down. The king was losing the confidence of his subjects. Neighboring territories were looking suspiciously across their borders. There were even whisperings of invasions. One hope remained. Someone, for a military force, would never survive the journey, must travel to Mampang and rescue the crown of kings. Only its safe return would the dreadful curse be lifted from Analand. You have volunteered yourself for this quest, and your mission is clear. You must cross Kakabad to the Mampang fortress and find the crown. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If I sat down at a D&D table and this was the story, I'm in, bro. I'm fucking in. Okay, this is like what I want. A clear goal, a clear path. Go do it. It does not matter how you get there. Fuck, just go. You gotta save your homeland. And like you and your ragtag team of fucking adventurers gotta go. You know what I mean? This is like the perfect game for 4 players, DM included. So 3 players, 1 DM. This is like the perfect game. You have a mage, a rogue, a warrior, and you're good. Maybe 5 if you can handle it. But this is like an amazing setup for a first D&D game. Oh shit. Okay, I pressed down. All right, we've got our little map here. This is sick as fuck. We're putting this shit in the background. Our little map. Let's rename this map. It's going to go behind our adventure. So stupid. My setup is so fucking trash. Oh God, everybody. Holy hell. Oh man. I'm not going to lie. This is pretty terrible. I hope that it's not like incomprehensible. I'm sorry. It's so bad. I wish I could do it better. Whoa, look at that art. Okay, so we are we are here. Kantopani Gate, the Shamutanti Hills. Okay, so this is where we're going to be in the first book. And this is book 2, Kare. And then I guess this is book 3. And then here's book 4. So we're going to spend the entirety of this play session. All the art is so vibey. I like the setup, even if it's crammed as fuck. Thank you, Alex. Hi, Jeepa. Nice map link, Jeepa. What is that? Oh, it's literally map link. Okay, so we're going to spend the entirety here. We've got a naked fish person here. We've got another naked fish person here with some titties. Titties. A lot of naked fish people, all of which are women. Except for this one. This one's maybe a man. Look at that. That is a man face right there. This sword is kind of sick. Behind my dice. Where's dice? Where did I put dice? Oh, dice roller right here needs to go behind. I can make the dice roller smaller and put it like here. That's good. It can go behind the camera. That's fine. I sent you my map link. Please respond. Sorry, this page has not been completed yet. If you would like to contribute, please submit a whatever to a moderator. That's what you got. Fucking wiki link. The Backlands, Badu Back Plains, Vantabak. It's sad that this is a image, and so I can't actually read everything. Forest of Snada. It's not a desert. It's a forest. Earth, something line. East lined? Look at this. It's like a drop off. I kind of like that. So these are like an elevated area. And it like drops. Oh, I like how he draws elevation just by slowly making it wider here. I like that. Okay. Page number 1, everybody. You awake at sunrise. Is this us? Is this what we look like? Okay, sorry. After dressing, your breakfast on bread and goat's milk. And you breakfast on bread and goat's milk. And collect your belongings. Outside, the outpost settlement is stirring. The womenfolk emerge to wash and prepare their meals as the day's guards take over. Eyes follow you as you leave your hut and walk toward the Shamutanti wall. The frontiers people are well aware of your mission, and a small crowd of well-wishers follows some distance behind you. Before you stands the Kantopani gate, guarded constantly by sight master warriors chosen for their powers of telescopic vision. The gate is the final doorway between Analand and Kakabad. Holy shit, so this whole thing is Kakabad. We are literally on the border. It's crazy that they would... Okay. King, whatever the fuck your name was. Chalana? King Chalana? It's crazy that you would understand that Kakabad is like the most dangerous place in the world and it's at the end of the world, and you would start from the safest place and send it outward instead of going from the most dangerous place and going inward. Why would you, like, if these places are relatively safe, why would you give them power before you give power to the place that needs it the most? Fucking oligarch bourgeois bullshit. Oh, well, the most powerful get first dibs to the power. Fuck you. Sorry. Once more, you check your pack. Satisfied that your preparations are complete, you nod to the Sightmaster Sergeant. For the last time, he glances at the lookout atop the gate, who signals the all clear. The sergeant orders the bolt to be withdrawn. A doorway opens up in front of you, and you get your first view of the Shamutanti foothills, the first stage of your journey. The Sightmaster Sergeant strides over and grasps your hand. I will not wish you a safe journey, for the way ahead will not be safe. Kakabad is a treacherous land inhabited by devils, but this you already know. Take the path ahead to Kentopani, a small settlement of traders, although most are rogues and thieves, which you should reach within the hour. From Kantopani onwards, there are 3 routes through Biratanti to Kare, a city port on the Jabaji River. From Kare, you must cross the backlands, which are unknown. It is said that day and night in the backlands are controlled not by the sun, but by supernatural forces. And bear in mind also that, from Kare onwards, your progress will be watched. His warnings do little to inspire confidence in you. He continues, but I have observed your training, and you are indeed a worthy champion. I wish you luck and success with your quest. My thoughts and the good wishes of all the peoples of Analand will be with you. With Libra on your side, may you live to lift the curse and depression which rack our kingdom. You shake his hand, thank him for his good wishes, and step up to the gate. Resolutely, you pass through the doorway. The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest with you and with the success of your quest. With a wave, you turn and face the hills. The early morning air is crisp, and the rising sun paints the hills in colors of natural beauty which conceal the devilry ahead. Setting off determinedly, you follow the path. Your quest has begun. Turn to 178. The path winds through fields of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted, and an eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of an occasional crow. The birds appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass, and you feel uneasy with their presence. You pass over a small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downward into a small settlement of huts at the base of the Shamutanti hills. You follow the path, and as you approach the village, noises and movements indicate that it is populated. As the path runs straight through the village, you have little choice but to follow it. The round huts are made from a hard-baked bright clay with thatched roofs. As you patch, eyes appear at dark doorways, watching with your movements. Suddenly, a villager appears from one of the dwellings and stands before you. He is 5 feet tall, with thick-set arms and thighs half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long red hair and beard stand out on his face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger!" he commands. "What business have you in Cantopani?" What is your response? Tell him you are a trader. Ask for directions onward. Tell him you are hungry and need provisions. Ooh, okay, so we know that this city is filled with rogues and thieves, and that it's a trading port, a trading town, but also like not really part of our village, right? Our village, which is the what does this say? Analand. Okay. It's not really part of Analand, right? You're going to go over here. No, you're going to go up here. I think I don't want to tell him I'm a trader because I don't really have anything to trade. I think I just want to ask him for directions onward because I don't think they're going to give us anything. So let's go to 33. You explain that you are traveling to Kare and ask him for advice on the way ahead. I myself have never left this village, says the man, but you have 2 paths ahead. My advice, though, is not free. For 2 gold pieces, I will tell you what I know. If you accept his offer, pay him the money and turn to 225. If you refuse and wish to press onward, turn to 81. He has never left the village, but I have 2 paths ahead. I have to pay him 2 gold. I feel like this might not be worth doing, right? Because, like, he's never left the village. How am I going to know that his advice is worth anything, right? If he's never left, how the fuck does he know? That's what I'm saying. I think I'm just gonna go. Also, I only have 20 gold. I'm gonna pay him 10% of my net worth for. Here's my advice. I've never done it. This is just like those how to become a millionaire YouTubers who themselves are like living in a 1-bedroom with a fucking day job. You know what I'm saying? Press onwards to 81. You pass along the main path through the center of the village. There is a small inn offering food for sale at which you may stop, or you may press on through the village. I think that it is a good idea to see if I can buy another provision before I go. I have a feeling like food may be scarce. So let's go to 257. The inn offers hot meals for sale, and if you wish to stop and eat, the charge will be 1 gold piece. Bread and goat's cheese are also available if you wish to buy food to take with you, and the price of 2 meals worth is 2 gold pieces. If you wish to sit down and eat, turn to 116. If you wish to buy provisions, do so and pay the 2 gold pieces, or if you wish to continue with or without new provisions, turn to 131. Okay, so I'm going to write down on this page that we have now 18 gold and 4 provisions. And we are going to continue. Large, filthy goblin. Nothing wrong with stopping even if you don't do anything. That's also true, Alex. I could just like go places. You know what I mean? All right, where were we? We're going to 131 now. Look at this fucking guy. Large, filthy goblin. This is Howard. Howard, what happened to your middle finger, bro? It's like, nope, there's a space there for it. What happened to you, bro? Are you, what is it called? Polydactyly? Okay, 131. You continue along the path, leaving the village behind. About half an hour later, you reach the start of the climb into the hills and continue upward. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork offering you 2 ways onward. Turn to 183. You ponder the 2 trails. Bitch, wife, bite them off. Whoa. Look at this art, everybody. You ponder the 2 trails. As you consider the path onwards, you hear weak cries from a large tree ahead of you. Cautiously, you step up to see an old man sitting on the lowest branch, apparently afraid to jump down to the ground, which, considering his age, is not surprising. He pleads with you to assist, and you help him down. It transpires that he has been traveling from Dumpus and is headed towards the outpost settlement in Analand. His journey has been safe enough until he was waylaid by elvins, robbed, and left in the tree. In return of your kindness, he relates a rhyme which he feels may help you. See him though he sees you not, the black-eyed creature creeps. A guardian once, but now his lot the key to freedom keeps. Okay, I'm writing that down. I'm writing it down, everybody. See him though he sees you not, the black-eyed creature creeps. A guardian once, but now his lot the key to freedom keeps. Interesting. He is not sure exactly what the rhyme signifies, but he knows that the Elvins are particularly keen on finding the key in question. He also presses on you his only possession, a page from a spell book, page number 102. Okay, so in our possession, we now have page number 102. Oops. Do I have like a script? That one's good. And let's make it smaller. Let's make it 20. How's that look? Yeah, you can read that. Page number 102. The spell described is incomplete. You only have part of it. Looking at it, it appears to be some sort of pest-repelling spell. Okay, let's write that down. Page number 102. Oops. Let me type. There we go. Incomplete pest repelling spell. He then bids you farewell and heads off to Kantopani. You may now choose your way onwards. Will you take the highway up the hill or the low way along the valley? Alternatively, you may investigate a buzzing coming from around the tree. Are we going to have to download the spellbook to know how to use this? I have no idea, Salty. If that does happen, I will download the spellbook. It might just be something we throw away, though. Okay. Personally, I think going up the hill is the correct way to go, but I bet you I can get something from around the tree. So we're going to go to 200. As you look up, you can see a beehive around which a small swarm of bees are buzzing. You may climb up the tree to investigate, or ignore it and continue onward. Fuck. I'm going to get stung. 270. The bees swarm around you, but you are powerless to defend yourself, as you must use your hands to grip the tree. Throw 1 die. If you throw 1 to 4, then this is the number of stamina points you lose as the bee stings you. If you roll 5 or 6, you are lucky and avoid being stung. When you reach the hive, you knock it to the ground. Oh shit. Okay, all right. This might have been a horrible mistake. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Oh, let's fucking go. Okay. All right. Oh my god, dude. Goated. Okay. Ooh. We avoided danger. Cutting open the hive on the ground, you may take with you the wax and the honey. The honey will provide you with enough nourishment for 1 meal. Okay, so we got the wax and the honey. Dude, fucking saved. Wax. That's right, beeswax. And I now have 5 provisions. Goated. Dude, we've got this shit. This is no fucking problem. So does that reduce our luck? No, I don't think so. I don't imagine it would, because I didn't use my luck. You know what? That's a good question. Okay, so we need to go to page 9. Let's go look. That is a good question. I feel like that'd be fucked up, though. This is using luck in battles. I did not use my luck. So that was a situation that I could have used my luck. I could have, but I did not use it. Okay. All right. Goated. Wow, we just roll with the fucking punches. You may continue your journey either by following the path into the valley or by taking the high path up into the hills. I think the valley is not a good idea. Let's go to 157. I feel like the high path will grant us a superior position. 157. The path winds upwards into the hills, and you enter a wood. The afternoon sun glints through the trees, playing tricks on your eyes. Every so often, you catch a glimpse of some strange-shaped animal or other watching you, only to find that it is the silhouetted branches and leaves caught at an odd angle. You reach a position where you may rest and eat provisions if you wish. Turn to 118. If you continue, turn to 210. Okay, you enter a wood. Yes, that's right, thank you. Okay, so this is like a very ominous image here. It looks like it's a beast whose tail is the trees. I have not lost any HP. I do not need to eat a provision. I'm going to continue to 210. Eating provision will be a waste of resources. The climb continues for 2 or 3 hours as the path twists this way and that up the hillside. Soon the air gets cold and the sun sets, making it difficult for you to see. However, the moon is full and will be able to light the way as it gets darker. Would you like to continue further, marching through the night, or will you stop and make camp and get some sleep? I think I'm going to get some sleep, dude. This troll is very scary, but I think I'll be okay. 283. We can fight him, come on. You settle down to make camp for the night. You may take provisions here, and if you do so, you may add 2 stamina points if you have not yet eaten since leaving Analand, or 1 stamina point if you have already eaten on your journey. You may only eat if you have provisions with you, as you curl up in your blanket to sleep. Okay, hold on. This first part right here. So is this saying that if I eat, I gain 2 stamina? So I would be at 18 stamina? You may take provisions here, and if you do, you may add 2 stamina points if you have not yet eaten. It seems so, right? Like if I use a provision, I will be at 18. I think that's worth it. I'm going to eat the honey, man. Why not? Okay, so we're going to eat. Four provisions, 18 stamina. It's really hard. It's so hard to draw with a mouse. People who do that shit on the regular, like they're really good at it, is fucking crazy to me. You may only eat if you have provisions with you. As you curl up in your blanket to sleep, there is a chance that you may encounter a wandering night creature. Remember this reference, as you will return here afterwards and turn to 123. Night creatures are less likely to approach you in your camp, so you may add 2 points to the die roll you will be required to make. After your night's sleep, you may add either 2 stamina points if you encountered no night creatures, or 1 stamina point if your sleep was disturbed. Then you will set off the trail. Turn to 31. Okay, so we have to remember 283. Okay, remember 283, and we have to go to 123 now. Roll 1 die to see whether you encounter any night creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Giant bat, wolfhound, werewolf. You must fight any creatures you encounter. The following spells may be used. After you checking your encounter, return to the previous reference. Okay, let's roll. That's me in the middle. Yeah, true. And this one's airy. Actually, this one's airy. No, this one's airy, and this one's airy bot. No. No, this one's salty because he's a fucking dog. And this one's airy. The gang. Airy bat. Oh, that's good. Yo. Okay, let's roll. Let's see what I get. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Oh, 1. Okay, that shit fucking spun. Okay, so we're fighting a giant bat. Let us look at how combat works. I have it open on my screen over here. It says... I have to make the fucking thing bigger. Record the creature's skill and stamina. Okay, so the creature's skill is 5, and its stamina is 5. Oh, I have to write it here. Here. I have to write it here. Okay. So it is 5 and 5. And we are going to then roll 2 dice once for the creature. Add its skill score. This totals the creature's attack strength. All right, let's roll 2 dice. Roll. Okay, 6. So it is at 11. Roll 2 dice once for yourself. Add the number rolled to your current skill score. This is my attack strength. Another 6. Okay, so my attack strength is going to be 17. If your attack strength is higher than that of the creature, you have wounded it. I have wounded it. Continue to step 4. You have wounded the creature. So subtract 2 points from its stamina score. Okay, so it now has 3 stamina. All right, let's do it again. This is easy. All right, so it is going to get 7. That's a 12. And I am going to get 10. That's a, what is that, 21. So I win. So it is now down to 1 HP. It rolled an 8, making a 13. And I rolled what is that? Hold on, I gotta look at my sheet again. 20. So I kill it. It's -1. Take that, you fucking bat. Me and the boys. You made that emote so fast. Rest in peace, Airy Bat. Get fucking dunked on. All right. So I kill it. I lost no HP and I kill it. So we go back to 283. Okay, that was not that bad. And 1 stamina point. So I didn't take any damage and I actually go up 1 point. It's looking like, why is the flow so low? Opacity? The fuck? It looks like we don't actually need this side of the monster encounter boxes. I can just like write that on a piece of paper and you guys can just trust me. So I'm actually going to make the character sheet smaller. And that will save us quite a bit of space, actually. We're going to put that like right there. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so this is just going to go in the corner, which means that the dice roller can come up. Actually, the dice roller is fine where it is. I like that. Okay. All that we need to see is what I'm currently at. And what I'm currently at is 19, motherfucker. 19. Your boy took no damage because we're the GOAT. All right? Airy Bat is real and can hurt you. Jesus Christ. All right, 283. Turn to 31. Did you eat at all on the first day of your journey since you left Analand? If not, you are feeling very hungry and must lose 3 stamina points. Now turn to 246. I ate. I had a feeling that was coming. I was like, why would certainly they've got a hunger in here. 246. Oh God, Google Chrome is opening. Oh shit. Oh my God, that took so long. That is cute. That is cute. They already made one though, Salty. As the second day of your journey breaks, you march through the cool morning air of the hills. Having now climbed several hundred feet, you reach the brow of a hill and stop in your tracks. To your left is a clearing in which several poles are firmly planted in the ground. Atop the poles are heads, some recently fixed, some semi-decayed human heads, goblin heads, and 1 or 2 heads of creatures you do not recognize, all with sewn-up eyes and mouths. Is this a cat lady? Look at her. Aria's so fucking fast. Yes, she is. A large X painted on a broad tree is obviously intended as a warning to venture no further ahead. The path forks to the right and left, but you cannot be sure which path you are warned not to take. Will you continue your climb along the right path or take the left-hand path, which winds down the hill, the side of the hill? Okay, I think we're going to flip a coin. I think that I'm going to do a little cheeky coin flip. And we're just going to roll a d6. 1 to 3 is left. 4 to 6 is right. Left it is. Left is 40. What is that emote? Hold on, what is that? Oh, it's a channel emote. Okay. 40. You follow the path carefully downward, trying to avoid breaking branches as you go. If you wish to stop along the way and eat provisions, turn to 180. If you would rather press on, turn to 133. I don't think I need to eat provisions yet. I think that I'm going to have another camp at the end of the night, and I, again, have actually healed 3 HP. So let's go to 133. Yes, I am a weeb. Gojo in this chat room. Is it because you're being burned alive? Are you okay? 133. You continue along the trail, and the undergrowth around you gets thicker. Suddenly, there is a cracking beneath your feet, and something gives way under your foot. You may test your luck. If you are unlucky, you get turned to 70. If you are lucky, turn to 89. If you prefer not to test your luck, turn to 70. Okay, we're going to test our luck. And how do we do that again? What page is this? We're on 133. Let me write that down. Testing our luck. If I remember correctly, we basically just roll. What? Where is it? At various times during your adventure. Okay, this is it. The procedure for using your luck is as follows. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your current luck. Okay. Equal to or less. You have been lucky. Oh, fuck. Okay, equal to or less than. So we need to roll a 9 or under. 9 or under. Oh my God, we did it. Okay, so we are lucky, and our luck goes down 1 point. Each time you test your luck, you must subtract 1 point from your luck score, which means that it is harder for us to be lucky now. Oops. I see what's happening. I'm accidentally typing the number because I'm stupid. 8. All right. Dude, this is good. This is good. Okay, let's go back to 133. We are kind of lucky and goated this run. All right. If you are lucky, turn to 89. You leap ahead just in time as a pitfall caves in beneath you. You look back to see a gaping pit which you would have fallen into. Turn to 170. What the hell is this art that we're looking at? It's at 170, right? Yeah. Your relief is somewhat premature, however, as you discover when you take your next step forward, your foot triggers a release mechanism and 3 saplings snap up in front of you. Each is fitted with sharpened stakes from which whip towards you at heart level. You are impaled on this fiendish device, and your journey has ended here. Your head will soon join the others on the post you have just passed. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Take me back to 133. All right. Unlucky. Let's go to 70. That's fucked up, game maker. All right. The rolls were on my side and you kill me after I have healed 3. I've been nothing but goated this whole time. Went undefeated against the Batman. Airy Bat. All right, we're going to 70. Too late. You try to leap clear the pitfall trap, which is open beneath you. You drop some 3 meters into the pit and collapse unconscious in a heap. Turn to 139. Bro, fucking you died across the screen right now. 139. When you regain consciousness, you are bound hand and foot. The excited jabberings of a small group of black-skinned headhunters around you make you fear for your life. You may try and cast a spell, or you may wait to see what they intend to do with you. Okay, well, I don't have any spells, so let's go to 112. The little men carry you off, and you soon arrive at the headhunter camp. There is much commotion as you are led into the center of the settlement. Several natives rush off to fill a large pot with water to be heated over a fire, the implications of which you do not relish. Meanwhile, you are put into a bamboo cage guarded by a strong warrior. Do you wish to pray to Libra for his assistance? If so, turn to 25. If not, turn to 242. There is no way you're died. There is no way that I'm going to pray to Libra fucking an hour into this run, okay? 242. A short while later, 2 headhunters return and take you from the cage. As they bustle you toward the pot, now steaming as the water heats, you receive a blow to the head. You slump unconscious and never reawaken. You will provide the natives with fresh meat tonight. Bro, fuck me. Okay, where was it? Where were we? 70? 139? Dude, this is fucked. It's Libra or death, yeah. Okay, 112? 25. Dude, I have to waste my Libra? This is fucked up. You plead with your goddess, but nothing happens. You try again, but she appears to not be listening. A short time later, your captors bundle you out of your cage and toward the large pot, warming over the fire. 3 of them pick you up and heave you into the water, which is now uncomfortably warm. And then it happens. Dark clouds rumble and low over the camp. When they are directly overhead, they release a torrential downpour, which douses the fire and cools your bath. Your bindings slide loose, and you are able to scramble from the pot. Libra has not ignored you. The headhunters, sensing something supernatural, have scattered into the woods, and you are now free to escape. But you may not call on Libra again in this part of your adventure to help you. Not until you reach the city of Kare will she listen to you. You collect your belongings and run off into the woods. Turn to 254. Bro, we're fucked. Oh my god. Good use of emotes, Salty. That was very creative. Scattered into the woods. It's true. 254. You race off into the woods in case the commotion attracts any other creatures. For half an hour you run before you stop to rest. When you realize that you are now hopelessly lost, which direction will you take? Throw 1 die. If you throw a 1 or a 2, you continue uphill and you reach a path. Okay, let's go ahead and roll the die and then we'll find out. I rolled a 1. We don't even need to read the rest of it. I'm going to start writing down these numbers. That was 254. We are now going to 68. This is fucked up, guys. Howard, it turns out that your game that you made was actually fairly accurate. Fairly accurate. Should have gone to the valley? Possibly. You press on, climbing up the hillside for several hours until you are not far from the top. Bro, it feels like my entire neck needs to be popped. It feels like my jaw is out of place. These books are fucked. They really are. Oh my god, my neck is killing me. You press on, climbing up the hillside for several hours until you are not far from the top. Then you hear a faint sound of bustling activity. Tramping feet, grunting voices, and the clanking of metal against rock makes you stop and listen. You decide to leave the path and continue cautiously through the woods. A short distance onward, you hide behind a tree and survey a clearing ahead. A number of goblins are in the clearing. In front of an open cave. It appears that they are mining the cave as they trudge in and out of the opening, carrying large bowls full of glistening rocks and dull metallic nuggets. From your position, you may easily slip into the cave to see whether you can find anything of value, or you may ignore the mine and slip around the side to a path leading onward and down the far side of the hill. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Is it Easter tomorrow? Yes, it is Easter tomorrow. Tomorrow is also Hanamatsuri, which is celebrating the birth of the Buddha, which happened on April 8th. Tomorrow is Hanamatsuri. I am going to get a chocolate bunny and jelly beans. All right, bye, Howard. See you in a little bit. What? Is he just going to drive to the store and buy some shit? Oh, you'll be listening. Okay. Damn, I want to eat chocolate bunny too, but apparently they're like crazy expensive now because chocolate is so expensive. So they're like really not worth it anymore. Also, they're like really thin and they're almost completely cocoa butter from what I've been reading. However, that may just be the low quality shit you get at like Walgreens. I saw a post about it on the internet. I haven't eaten one in many years. Shrinkflation hit Easter candy like a fucking trunk. They're usually a scam now. Well, Howard can tell us when he comes back. He can tell us if it was a scam or not. At least the jelly beans would hopefully aren't a scam. You know what my favorite Easter candy is? The fucking chocolate eggs. The little ones that are like multicolored and wrapped in tinfoil. You know what I'm talking about? I love those. Dude, it feels like my ear needs to pop. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like my ear needs to come off of my body. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, I need to pop the inside of my skull. Bro, just trying to explode his whole head. I would love to, legitimately. I can't believe I went to sleep and everything was cool, and then I woke up and I couldn't turn my head for 2 days. And it wasn't like a, ooh, ow, crick in my neck. It was literally like, if I turn my head or look up or down or flex my neck at all, including moving my shoulders, it felt like I was being stabbed in the base of my skull. It felt like I was being stabbed in this muscle right here. The like, whatever they are, that make people look like they've got a really big neck. You know, it's like this shape. I can't remember the name of the muscle, but it feels like I've had my, like somebody, like I slipped a disc. I've had a few times. It is awful. How long did it last for you, Howard? Because this shit has been going on for literally 6 days straight. I actually took that pillow off of a few days. I took that shit off of my bed because it fucked up my neck so bad. And now I'm sitting on it in my chair. Where were we? 68. Traps? What? I would have to turn my entire torso to check my side mirrors. Yeah. I didn't drive. I was going to go to a bunch of different cafes and like drop off my resume. And I literally was like, I'm not getting out of bed because I'm not going to walk into a place and be like, hello. Anyway, Mama didn't raise no bitch. We are going into 175. We are going inside. Mama didn't raise no bitch as we literally just fucking die over and over again. I'm glad that I just decided we're going to cheat instead of redoing everything. Essentially, you can say that we redid everything the exact same. I'm skipping the combat. Honestly valid. Fuck it, dude. I'm trying to get through the book. I'm trying to enjoy my adventure. You creep closer, round the side of the hill, to the entrance of the cave. You seize your chance when all is quiet to nip inside and hide in the shadows. Following the passage cautiously, you come to a junction where you may fork to the left or the right. Which will you choose? Okay, we are going to roll again. Same as last time. All right, we're going right. Going right this time. So that takes us to 149. The passage twists round to the right until it finally ends at a doorway. Will you try the door or leave the cave entirely? Why would I not try the door? I've already been this whole way. Are you kidding me? 268. The door is locked. You try charging the door down. You may try charging the door down, turn to 93, or you may cast a spell. Okay, so we're going to 93, which means we're going to make a lot of fucking noise. I think we might have to fight a bunch of goblins in a row. Surprisingly enough, although you can... Oh, wait, hold on. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is less than your skill score, you succeed, breaking the door open. Seven. That is less than my skill score. My skill score is what? 11. Okay, amazing. So we succeed. If not, then you may try again. Whether or not you succeed, you must deduct 1 stamina point at each attempt. Okay, so we only lost 1 stamina point, which is awesome. That brings us to 18. And if you break the door open, turn to 39. Oh, what the fuck? Look at that thing. The room is quite large and is evidently a storeroom of some kind. In one corner is a pile of black rocks, and more rocks are held in a bucket nearby, these ones glistening dully in the flickering candlelight. In the center of the room is a strange shaped mechanical apparatus, perhaps a press or stone cutter of some kind, and this is being operated by a large, powerful ogre. He is dropping stones in at one end and turning a metal handle which crunches the rock. As you enter, the ogre stops and turns toward you, growling fiercely. Will you run from the room and out of the cave, or will you face the creature? Let's see if I can do it. I have 18 HP. I think I can do it. If I kill him, I might get something fucking awesome, like a legendary sword or a gem that like gives me another communion with Libra. That'd be sick. 285. You may either fight the ogre with your weapon. It's got an 8 and a 7. That is high. If you win, turn to 15. Alternatively, cast a spell. It looks like casting a spell may actually be... It looks like it's a more fun way to play. Probably just a bag of chips and PTSD based on our experiences. We might just die, but I might just do the combat again until we win. Okay, so how does combat work again? Where'd my shit go? Here it is. Okay, so the way that combat works, roll 2 for the creature, add its skill score. Roll 2 for mine, add it to my skill score. Okay, so my skill is 11. Its skill is 8. It is right behind me. I am more powerful than it, but we will see. Okay, that is terrible. So first roll is an 18. It's definitely going to kill me. I have to roll a 8 or higher. And I rolled a 6. So that puts me at 17. It hits me. I take 2 damage, meaning I go from 18 to 16. That sucks. Okay, so we are back at starting HP. Reroll. Okay, 5. That puts it at 13. And I am at 7. I'm at 18. So I beat it. It goes down to 5. It got a 6, putting it at 14. I get a 4, putting me at 15, motherfucker. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got a 20. Oh my fucking god. Please, God. 9. That put me at a 20. Yo, we missed each other. Okay. It's a 4. That's a 12. I got a 6. It was literally impossible for it to beat me, so it goes down to 1. It's at 1 HP. It got a 4, putting it at 12 again. I got a 6, putting me at 17. I kill it. Die, bastard. And I only took 2 damage, putting me at 16. My virtual handwriting is so fucking bad. All right, I defeated. If you win, turn to 15. As the dying ogre is heaving its last breath. Look, this looks like Creature. Doesn't it? It looks like my kitty. I can crop this in a little bit more. Adventure. Okay, there we go. You know what, guys? I'm not going to lie. The setup is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Like, I'm okay with this. It really does look like we're just doing a tabletop adventure. I kind of like it. I'm kind of into it. I hope you guys like it too. As the dying ogre is heaving its last breath, you investigate the room. You are grinding. You try grinding some of the black rock as the creature was doing, but you cannot turn the handle. However, 2 valuable gems have already been pressed and are lying on the table. You may take these with you. Each is worth 10 gold, but if you wish to buy anything with them, you will not be given change. In other words, it will cost you a whole gem to buy an item costing, for instance, only 2 gold pieces. You may now leave the room and the cave, returning to the junction. The background is doing so much work. I'm glad. It really is helpful. Okay, so we are going to 144. And we gained 2 gems. 2 gems. 10 GP each. Must sell entire. I'll remember that. I'll remember the gems. So currently, we have 38 gold total, which is pretty good. 38 gold. You like it, Ari? I'm glad. Okay, let's go to 144. Guys, I think we're kind of doing okay. We've already died, what, 3 times? You emerge carefully from the cave, trying not to be spotted by wandering goblins. Test your luck. If you are lucky, turn to 259. If you are unlucky, turn to 217. Okay, so we need to test our luck, and our luck is 8. So we need to get lower than an 8. It is 8. We met it, so we are lucky. But that means that our luck is now 7. Not gonna lie, it's not looking too good, everybody, for luck. If we have to keep testing our luck, I think we're gonna be fucked. Okay, so we are going on to, we are lucky, turn to 259. Please, God, don't punish me for being lucky again. You manage to avoid the goblins and sneak off along a downhill path into the woods. Turn to 202. Goated. 202. You leave the mine along the path downward through the woods, continuing for a couple of hours. It is now late afternoon. You are relieved to see a small village ahead of you, set into the hillside. Turn to 28. 28. You walk into the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and stare at your strange clothes. Their own attire is rough by comparison, and everyone wears their hair long, but piled up on their heads. You pass without incident into the center of the village. Will you look for an inn for the night, or find an alehouse and relax? Let's go to the alehouse, everybody. Let's get fucked up. We just died twice. Let's go get fucked up. You find an alehouse and walk in. Gruff voices come from inside, but when you enter, the drinkers watch you suspiciously and the noise subsides. Several hill dwellers sit around a table. The owner of the house tells you that you are in the village of Shamutanti, and that a mug of ale will cost you 1 gold piece. If you cannot afford this price, you will have to leave the alehouse. Otherwise, you may pay him. Take your drink and sit down at the table next to an old, wrinkled man or a younger man with sharp features. I'm going to pay the 1 gold piece, and I'm going to sit down and talk to people. It looks like I am being gatekept by paying money or not. But that's okay. We have the money. That puts it at 17. Why are my 7s so fucking big? And who do I want to sit by? I think I want to sit by the older man because that makes me think I'll be able to get some insight compared to the person back then who was like 2 gold pieces and I'll give you my advice. I think we sit by the old guy. And the old guy was 192. You sit down and mutters some comment about the mud on the trails at this time of the year. The old man grunts in agreement. Eventually, the silence gives way to noisy chatter once more, and you talk to the old man. He is a hill farmer on the outskirts of the village and sees much of what comes and goes on in Cristatanti. He has heard of the capture of the Crown of Kings, but has little interest in world affairs. You tell him a little of yourself, and soon you are both laughing heartily as you exchange goblin jokes. Eventually, he stands to leave. There are 2 ways onwards from Cristatanti, stranger, he says. One will take you past Aliana's home, and you will need your wits about you if she is there. The other leads up into the hills to the Leaki, domain of the Great Ones. I wish you the luck of Sindla on your journey. Perhaps this will help you on your way. He hands you an apple-like fruit which he has grown on his farm. It is a nourishing bomba, and if you eat this along with a normal meal, it will double your gain in stamina. You thank him and wish him a good night. Whoa! Whoa! Fucking goat, dude. Hello? Okay, there we go. We got a bomba. Double stamina gain from 1 meal. Hell yeah. You may add 2 luck points for your encounter. Oh my god. Yes, dude. Yes. This is fucking it, everybody. This is what I'm talking about. That puts us back at 9. It's like nothing ever happened. We're fucking rich. Then you must decide whether to spend the night in the inn or wander off into the woods outside the village to sleep rough. Of course I'm going to the inn. More encounters, more chances for gain. To 11 we go. Look at that fucking thing. Now that's an airy bat right there. It's weird. What did I say? To 11. The village inn will charge you 3 gold pieces for a night's rest and 2 gold pieces for nourishing food. If you wish to buy either of these, turn to 161. If the price is too high for you, turn to 62. Let's go to 161. I'm okay with spending the money. Truth be told, I'm okay with spending the money. I have a lot of money. And if I want anything really expensive, I can use the gems. 161. Killing that thing may have been awesome for me. Oh, look, a pretty lady in a locket. Yo. The meal is just being served. If you wish to sit down to eat, pay the 2 gold pieces and have your bowl of skunk bear stew. You may add 3 stamina points if you eat. Okay, here's my idea. I think we use the bomba right now. I'm going to get 6 stamina, which will put me at 22. Dude, come on. Are you kidding me? All right, so we're gonna pay the gold. So that puts us down to 14, which is not amazing. Or was it 2 gold? Okay, all right, it was 2 gold. So that puts us at 15. And then we're going to use the bomba already. And that puts us at 22. Which, if you ask me, is fucking sick. Dude, look. I'm going to say it. I'm pretty good at Souls-likes, okay? I'm pretty good. You will not be able to eat your own provisions at the inn. If you wish to rest for the night, how the fuck they gonna know what I do in my room? If I go into my room and I eat my fucking bread and goat milk, goat cheese, how are they gonna fucking know, okay? What are they listening for crunching? Are they at my door like, that sounded like you were opening a cheese package? How do they know, huh? Okay. If you wish to stay the night, pay the 3 gold pieces. I do wish to stay the night. So that puts us down to 12. We are getting dangerously low. However, it looks like we are gaining massive stamina. The bed you are given is not particularly clean, but it is comfortable. And you may add 5 stamina. 27? I'm at 27 stamina? Are you kidding? Dude, if you wished to eat but not rest, turn to 62. If you have stayed the night, turn now to 45. Please don't fucking kill me. Please don't fucking kill me. Oh, you stayed the night and somebody poisoned you. You wake up with a tummy ache. Did you eat it all yesterday? If you ate at the inn or took provisions, you suffer no penalty. But if you have not eaten during the day, you are now hungry and must lose 3 stamina. There are 2 ways from the inn to from the village of Shamutanti. Choose your path by turning to either 125 or 226. We're flipping a coin. The coin flips have done us well. 125 or 226. So 125 is less than 3 or less. 225 is 4 or higher. It is double sixes, which is... Wait, hold on. I rolled 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the same thing. We rolled a 6. So we're going to 226. Hey, let me know. I keep accidentally hitting my cord, which is right here. It's like bulging out. Let me know if I start buzzing, please. Let me know if you hear any loud noises. I'll have to reconnect my cable. All right, 226 we go. Ooh, what was that? Ooh, look at that, a Black Knight. Thank you, Ari. Thank you for the B. You leave the village. Sitting against the wall on the way out is a blind beggar, and as you pass, he asks you for alms. He looks a sorry sight, skinny and sparsely clothed. His eyes are painted with a dark dye to indicate his blindness. You are considering whether to toss him a gold piece when an ox cart comes up the road. Seeing you are a stranger, the driver asks you if you would like a lift. Will you accept his offer, or refuse and instead toss the beggar a gold piece? I can't do both? I would love a ride up the road. I would love a ride up the road. But I, in real life, always feel the need to give homeless people $1. And so even now, I feel like I gotta give this guy $1. Even though I'm running out of money. I feel the internal pull to give this man $1. And so I think I have to. You're almost homeless yourself. If I have cash, it goes into the hands of the needy. I can't fucking help it. If I have money on my person and a homeless person walks up to me and says, "Can I have some change?" I will without a doubt give them money. However, I do not give money to people who are sitting on the side of the road with signs. It's like a weird peer pressure. You know what I mean? Like nobody's watching. It's just me and this guy locked in a stand battle from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. No one knows what's going on except for me and the dude asking me for money. And you know what else? If they are standing at the gas station door and they go, "Yo, dog, can I get some money for gas?" I'll be like, "Hold on." I'll go inside, buy a soda, get cash back, and give it to them. And so I feel like I got to stay true to myself. Even though I'm a gullible asshole, I feel like I got to stay true to myself, and I got to go to 244, and I got to subtract a gold. All right, you toss him a gold piece. Look, if I die from this, we'll go back and I won't give him the money, but I gotta be real here, okay? He's donating himself all the way into the poor horse, the poor Hojes. I am indeed doing that. I'm also frivolous with my money, but I never do. If I don't have cash, I say no. That's the thing. It's if I have like $1. If the most I've ever given to somebody was $5, and that dude stuck his tongue in my ear, and so now I just hand him $1, and then I immediately get in my car and drive away. The poor horse. It's true. You toss him a gold piece. "You are kind, traveler," the beggar says. Feeling the coin, he becomes excited. "Why, this is a gold piece," he exclaims. "You are too generous to a poor, sightless beggar. Generosity of this sort must not go unrewarded." Okay, I want to go on a side tangent. I played in a Pathfinder First Edition campaign. What was the latest tongue thing? It's the same story that I told when I was in the McDonald's drive-thru, and the guy, I gave him $5 because he knocked on my window at 11 p.m. And he goes, "Oh my God, $5! I see you got your lady with you?" He goes, You got your lady with you? I'm going to whisper you a secret about love. And he goes, roll down your window. I'll tell it to you. And I roll down my window, and he puts his hand up like this to my face, and he whispers, beat that pussy up. And then he sticks his tongue all the way in my ear. Have I never told that story? I've told that story. I know that I have. Maybe you missed it. You don't remember it? Anyway, yeah, so I went home and I took a shower, and I just kind of sat in the shower, and it was literally my first night in the new apartment, so like I didn't have anything. I remember now. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's the story. He what now? You heard me, Alex. I'm not telling the story again. Side story. So I played a Pathfinder first edition story, a campaign over the course of a couple of years. And my character was a thief. The crawl and lore goes crazy and sad. It's crazy and sad. My character was a rogue, and I didn't really ever buy anything. I mostly just like my damage was really high because of sneak attack, and so I didn't really feel like I needed other equipment or better defense, because like if I get hit, I go down. You know what I mean? I've got really low HP. My whole thing is never get hit and attack opportunistically, right? So like I did really, really high damage from sneak attack dice. So I didn't really need like a crazy weapon or to apply a bunch of effects, and I didn't use poison, so I wasn't dropping any money. And so I had like a shit ton of platinum. I think it's like 100 copper makes 1 silver, 100 silver makes 1 gold, 100 gold makes 1 platinum. I think I had like 1,000 platinum or some shit. Like I was rich as fuck in this game. And I never spent any of my money because everything costs so much money. So I gave so much. I was an evil character. I was a assassin. Hi, Aya. I was an assassin subclass, which means that I had to be evil aligned, or like on the evil, lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil, one of those. I think that you had to be chaotic evil, but I didn't really want to be chaotic evil, so I was like kind of lawful evil. And so my thing was like, I'll kill indiscriminately, like I'll do it, I don't care, I'll serve any god, but I was lawful in that I did it for specific reasons, you know what I mean? And I just like gave money to characters, man. I just like, the innkeeper let me sleep at his inn on the first night for free. And so from then on, every time I came in, I would give him like 10 platinum, and I made him like one of the richest men in the entire city. You know what I mean? And so I guess I've always been this way, where I just like hoard money and then give it. I would make a terrible billionaire, but also I'm also very stupid with money. So it's like not really altruism. It's kind of just like frivolity. You know what I mean? Like I'm dumb. You are too generous to a poor, sightless beggar. Generosity of this sort must not go unrewarded. Taking a copper key from his pocket, he gives it to you, insisting that you take it. Years ago, I lived in Kare, he tells you. Kare was my home, and in the city port, I watched over prisoners in the jail. Dude, I only know how to say jail because of Elden Ring. You wouldn't be a billionaire if you give out money. Exactly. You're only a billionaire if you steal. You're only a billionaire if you extort and abuse your power and abuse people for money. Billionaires are not human. Gaul, the jail. But Kare is an evil place, inhabited by all manner of creatures. Beware the red eyes of Kare, or my fate will befall you, and you too will have to turn to begging for a living. Okay. Beware the red eyes of Kare, or become blind. I wonder if that will ever come back. Kare is also wary of strangers, but this key will help you should you be captured by the city's guards. The key has a number 206 stamped into it. You thank the beggar and continue. Okay. I'm going to infer that this is a Carre jail key 206 stamped on it. I'm going to infer that it is a jail, like a jailer's key. You thank the beggar and continue. 58. Generosity has won me the day. Dude, it's going to be so cool if when we get to book 2 in like the next stream or something, we get caught by the city guards and we get to use our key. How fucking awesome. No, wait, Kare's book 3. Are you telling me that something I got halfway through book 1 is going to be useful in book 3? You got to be kidding me. Holy shit, I wore the cat ears for 2 hours. Bixie, you got your fucking money's worth, motherfucker. And he's not even here. Dude saw that we were reading and he left. Asshole. All right, we're going to 58. He said, "Ooh, book?" Oh, yeah, Aya's here. Yeah. You follow the path for half the morning and reach a fork where you may either continue straight on or turn westwards. Okay, well, let's look at our map. Where are we? I think that this might be useful. So we are... headed towards Kare. If we head westward, that would lead us toward the Jabaji River. And the Jabaji River is not Kare. So I kind of want to continue straight on. But you guys know what it is. You know what it is. We're flipping a coin. Same as always. Straight, less than 6, or 6 or less? No. Yeah. Straight, 6 or less. Right, west, 7 or higher. It's 7. We're going west. That might be the death of us. That might literally have just like ruined our run right there. So I am going to put a star next to 58, because if we die, we're going back to 58, okay? So now we are going to 10. All the way back to the beginning of the book. I really like, it really feels like an adventure. Eventually, the path peters out, and ahead of you is a wood. A signpost reading, "To Aliana," points into the wood. Oh, God. Oh, no, it's Aliana, and they said that we have to be wary of her. Well, at least we get to see what she does. Will you set off into the wood, or turn at the junction and continue northwards as you were before? Oh, so we went west until we ran out of room, and then we're just going back north. Okay, so north is Kare, but I think we should go to Aliana. If we die, we're going back to 58 anyway. So let's go to 150. You press on through the wood and soon come across another path which crosses it. You follow this path northward until you come to a junction. A signpost at the junction points westward to Aliana and straight on to Dumpus. Will you head for Aliana, turn to 154, or Dumpus, turn to 54? We're going to 154. We're going to Aliana. We have committed. Some way down the path, you come across a hut in a rather picturesque setting. Among trees with leaves of contrasting shades of green, flowers decorate the walls of the hut, and the door is painted in ornate designs. You approach the door and knock, but there is no reply. Will you enter the house or leave well alone? Enter the house. 119. You open the door. The hut is neatly laid out inside. Obviously, the touch of a fastidious woman. Chairs are around a table. Mattresses A mattress lies in one corner, and a large kitchen area indicates that whoever lives here is fond of cooking. You hear a cry from a corner hidden by a large cupboard, and as you move over to look, you can see a large cage in which a young woman, and quite a pretty one at that, is imprisoned. Good stranger, she pleads, let me out of this cage. I've been locked in here for 2 days by those mischievous elvins. Can you please help me? Will you help her? Turn to 4. Ask what's in it for you, or look around the hut for goods to steal. Okay, we are going to help her because I believe this is Aliana. The cage door is firmly locked. If you have a key with you, you may try using it on the door by subtracting 10 from the number on the key and turning to that reference, or you may try a spell. Alternatively, you may try to breaking the lock. Okay, so 260 isn't a room. Oh, 206 isn't a room. 206 is the outcome of when we use the key. That is genius. That is awesome. Okay, so we are going to use the key. We are going to use the key, and that brings our key down to 196. Okay, let me read 196 and see if that's actually how this works. No, that didn't work. I don't understand. I guess I'll try to break the lock. I don't understand how the key works. It says if you have a key. Maybe it's because this book is for Kare, or this key is for Kare. So that only works in the Kare book. Maybe. Okay, well, let's try breaking the lock. 142. You draw your weapon and try to smash the lock. Roll 2 dice and compare the total with your skill score. If the roll is lower than your skill, you succeed in breaking the lock and releasing the woman. Turn to 90. My skill score is 11, so I need to get less than 11, which is shockingly easy to do. Don't roll a 12. Don't roll a 12. Don't roll a 12. Oh, it's a 3. Let's go. Okay. All right. We succeeded. You succeed in breaking the lock and releasing the women. Turn to 90. I don't even need to read the rest of it. The lock breaks and she jumps from the cage. Stranger, I am indebted to you, she says. Aliana will reward you. Would you like as your reward a magical item or an aid in combat? Okay, I'm not going to lie. We're kind of goated in combat. So I'm going to take the magical item. 248. She hands you a small box. Opening the box, you find it contains a miniature vial of glue, a pair of strange-looking nose plugs, and 4 small pebbles, all useful in creating spells. Wallahi, an Easter bunny is 15 USD. I settled for Reese's eggs and multivitamins. You're fucking old, bro. You're old. But also, that's what I thought. Yeah, $15. I remember when they were like $7. I remember thinking as a kid, I got one and it was $7 and it was completely hollow. And I was so pissed off, I never got another one. I was like, I'm never eating another Easter bunny. Old with 2 kids, that's right. And they're furry and they're both 5 years old. I can't believe you've got furry children, dude. How did you raise these children that they turned out furries at 5? Did you like put them in the suit when they were born? Hollow milk chocolate. Yes, literally hollow. And I was really angry because I was like, I spent my entire Easter allowance on candy and half of it was like $15, I think. And half of it was spent on the bunny. That's why I'm inferring it was probably like $7. They popped out the cloaca that way. The cloaca? So they're beakies? You know, Ari fucking Googled, Ari DM'd, what is a bird furry? And sent it to me. I thought they were called avians, but apparently they're called beakies. But like, if I were a squid furry. Well, they have beaks. Would that not be a beaky? My animal lore is long and confusing. Yeah, just like where that horse went. A birdie? I think if I were a furry and I were like an eagle, I would want to be called a birdie. I don't think I would like being called a beaky. I feel like that's a slur. I feel like that's a slur for the bird kind. You fucking beaky? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that. That's bad. Okay. I don't use spells, guys. So, can I be so real with you? I'm going to go back to 90 and I'm going to take the other option. I'm literally opening the box saying int is my dump score and handing her back the box, and I'm going to take the fucking aid instead, which is 122. I'm too stupid. I'm too stupid to use this. She hands you Ragnar's armband of sword mastery. While wearing this item, you can add 2 points to your dice roll for attack strength if you are using a sword as a weapon. Your powers will be normal if you are using any other weapon. Holy fuck! +2 on attack? Yo, we're never losing again. Ragnar's armband of sword mastery. +2 attack. +2 to attack. That is the same thing, but it makes me feel better. Beaky with the good hair. Okay. Turn to 224. Wait, no. Oh, sorry, not 224. 87. In addition, she hands you a bag containing 7 gold pieces. Oh my god! Dude! Yo, we're coded. 18. We're back. Dude. Oh my god. And people say this game is fucking hard. We're rich. Oh my god. Then she chuckles. You turn to leave the house quickly, but she stops you with a hand on your shoulder. But Aliana does not give up her prized possessions without a fight. You turn around to see her casting a spell on some sort over a chair. Okay, so the hottie is Aliana. Yo, the dark-haired witch is Aliana. Yo, Aliana. I'll quit my quest right now. I'll fuck the crown. Fuck whatever the name of my kingdom is and the rest of the world, okay, Aliana? Let's kick it. You got like really good interior design knowledge. All right? I'll help you kill the Elvins. Fuck the crown if I can fuck you, as Salty says, okay? I'm just saying we all love a goth baddie, all right? I'm just saying. And she can like cast magic and turn her chairs into like golems that can fucking do the chores for her. The Elvins might be back to lock you in a cage again. Clearly you couldn't defeat them, but I can defeat them. I got Ragnar's fucking armband of sword mastery. Okay, like Aliana, hear me out. All right, come on. Like you don't gotta fight me with your ugly ass wood golem. Come on. Why has he even got nipples? The chair begins to crack and creak, moving violently in front of you. It forms itself into a wood golem, which now advances toward you. Will you fight the creature? I mean, I have to, right? It's only an 8 and a 6. Let's get a new piece of paper. It's only an 8 and a 6. And I am an 11. I'm an 11 plus 2, so I'm actually a 13. I'm literally going to obliterate this thing. All right, let's get to rolling, everybody. So it rolls 7, which is 15. I only need to roll a 3 or higher. And I rolled a 4, so it is now at 4 HP. It rolled an 8, so it is at 16. That's bad for me. I rolled a 8, so I win. It is down to 2. It rolled a 6, putting it at 14. I rolled a 7, so I kill it. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, you chump. Rest in peace. If you win, turn to 169. I like this. This is very fun. This is really good. I think I'm finding a new passion. I think I'm actually I'm discovering the joy of these books. I can understand why like every nerdy kid ever in the 80s played this game or these games. 169. Hurriedly, you leave the house and follow the path back to the junction where you may head north towards Dumpus. Turn to 54. Okay, so that was actually 100% worth our time. Let's go to 54. I kind of wish I had the book. I think I'm going to finish Sorcery on stream, but if I find one of these in like a bookstore, I'm 100% buying it. You follow the path for the rest of the afternoon until you stand on a hilltop. The path runs down the hill into a small village set on the river, and you follow it down to 176. As you follow the path downwards, you pass a sign. You are entering the village of Dumpus. Will you find an inn to rest for the night? Turn to 134. Or will you make contact with the villagers? Turn to 34. Okay, we're turning to 34, and I'm putting a star on 176 so we can remember. 34. These books are cool. I'm having a good time. I'm having a really good time. You pass along the main path through the village and stop outside the hut where several hill dwellers are sitting and eating. They are deep in discussion about something. Will you introduce yourself or ignore them and continue on? Let's introduce ourselves. Let's find out what they're discussing. Maybe there's a quest we can go on. I am the freer of Aliana, the defeater of wood golems, the defeater of ogres, the stealer of jewels. I am. Turning to page 86. They stop and look at you. They invite you over but become agitated at the sight of your weapon. You may leave your weapon and join them, or thank them for their offer of hospitality and press on. I will leave my weapon. However, if I lose this sword, I also lose my Ragnar, okay? So this could be really bad for me. 185. It is always possible to get another sword. 185. You sit and talk with them. They seem to be amongst the senior members of the village society, and this has been a lucky encounter. Add 2 luck points! Dude, I'm so happy. I need to test my luck more often. Because it's literally impossible for me to lose now. Lose luck. Well, I mean, it's only possible if I roll double 6s. They offer you food, which you may eat and gain 1 stamina point. I would like to do that. Thank you very much. I would like to. It's free. It costs me nothing. I will pay them if they want me to, but now I'm at 28 because we're the goat. It does feel very like I am the hero. As the conversation becomes lighter, you jokingly refer to the buffoons at Shamutanti, a comment which does not go down well with one of the hosts who happens to be from that village. In anger, he rises and challenges you. As you are on his own territory, this would not be a wise challenge to accept, so you back off. Why would I call them the fools of Shamutanti? I had a great time there. The old man literally, I got so much from there. Why would I ever do that? He chases you angrily through Dumpus, and you flee before him. On the edge of the village, he gives up the chase, and you may head onwards. But you realize with dismay that you left your weapon behind. You must now continue weaponless, and unless you have reserve in your pack, you must deduct 4 skill points until you find another weapon. Not gonna lie, the fact that they are giving you a bunch of shit makes me think we are about to fight a dragon. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think it is worth -4, so actually -6 is crazy. I'm sitting at a 7. I think I gotta go back and get my fucking weapon. This is unacceptable. So which means I need to lose. That's death for sure. That's literally like I'm just going to die. Which means I'm going to go back to 27. And my luck is going to go back down to 9. So basically I traded my sword for luck. That is not worth it. That is actually literally stupid. 176. Was it 176? $34. Okay, so I made contact with the villagers. So instead, I will go to the inn at 134. The inn charges 3 gold pieces for a hearty meal and 3 gold pieces for a bed. If you can afford it, you may eat. The meal will restore 3 stamina if you have not yet eaten today, and 2 stamina if this is not your first meal. If you wish to stay at the inn for the night, turn to 115. If you cannot afford it or will not pay, you may leave the village and search for a suitable place to camp for the night. Okay, I will stay. It is 3 gold pieces and 3 gold pieces for a bed. So it cost me 6 gold pieces. It will cost me all of my gold pieces that I earned from the lady. I think I will pay for the meal. And I will camp somewhere else. I also just remembered. No, I took away the stamina. Okay, I'm good. I remembered. So we are going to pay for the meal, which puts us down to 15. Pay for the meal. Oops, I pressed 5 again because I'm stupid. So this is 15, and this is 3 stamina, so we are now up to 30 stamina. We haven't used a single provision, and we are going to continue to 14, somewhere to camp. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. I think that it will turn out to be a fight. Outside the village, you climb up into the woods. You find a suitable sheltered spot not too far from another path. Will you camp for the night or continue through the night? I'm going to camp because I do not want to take a hit to my stamina because I might encounter I want to have as much HP as possible for the boss. So we're going to 108. I know that there's going to be a boss. It's on the cover of the book. You find a suitable spot in the woods to make your camp. If you have not eaten yet today, you may do so. If you have provisions, and you will gain 2 stamina points. If you have already eaten today, and you will only gain 1. Wait, so I just paid 3 gold? I paid 3 gold to get the same thing that I would have gotten from provisions, whatever. You settle down and sleep, but there is a chance that you may be discovered by night creatures who will disturb your rest. Remember this reference, 108. We've done 108 before, haven't we? I think we did that before. I started writing numbers. And turn to 123 to see if you encounter anything. You may add 2 points to the die roll you will have to make as night creatures are less likely to approach a camp. You may set off again the next morning. If you had a peaceful night's sleep, add 2 stamina points. Okay, so let's go to 123 and add 2 to our roll. One dice, roll, add 2. It's a 5. No encounters. No encounters in the night. Since we had no encounters in the night, let's go back to 108. We add 2 stamina points, so we are at 32 now. I think we would have gotten 1 more stamina point if we stayed in the inn, but it's really seeming like nothing can really fuck with us. 32. So I'm not that worried about it. You follow a path onward which climbs steadily up a hill. Turn to 36. Okay. 36. Did you eat at all yesterday? If not, you lose. Yes, we did eat, so let's go to 147. The gentle upward slope becomes a steep climb, and you rest several times during the morning. Finally, you reach the top and can look over the hill to see that the path leads to a small settlement of crudely made huts, which is the image that we see. An airy bat is being hung from a noose, it appears. You follow the path down and into the village. As you arrive, the villagers notice you and make for their huts, almost as if in fear. They are a sorry-looking bunch, short and squat, with tough, leathery skin. Several of them are missing limbs, and some are only able to drag themselves along with their hands. Will you try to talk with the villagers, or continue onward through the village? I want to fucking help these guys. We're going to 61. And this gets a star because we might return here. 61. I want to help these guys. You knock at the door of one of the huts. There is no reply. You may enter anyway or try another hut. Let's try another hut. 271. I'm going to knock on every fucking door, I guess. You try knocking on another door. This time a voice calls, "Who is it?" And you enter. Turn to 158. You just enter? You don't even get permission? You just walk in? Inside the hut has no furniture. A small fire burns in the middle of the floor, and against the far wall stands a family of 3, cowering away from you. Will you hold out your hand in friendship or cast a spell? Alternatively, you may leave. Let's hold out my hand in friendship. 79. Wrong way. The man shuffles nervously over and shakes your hand. "Are you magical, stranger?" he asks. "Are you not afraid of us? Or perhaps you are a healer who can cure us of this plague." At his last word, you spring back, but it is too late. You have made contact with a plague carrier. And from now onwards, you will lose 3 stamina points each day until you either die or you find someone who can cure you of the plague. Deduct your points first thing in the morning. You are horrified at the discovery. Back out of the hut and leave the village quickly. Now, I'm not going to save scum that because that does not mean death. So we're going to 220, and starting tomorrow, I will lose right here. Bonuses, penalties, and curses. Fuck. Plague. -3 stamina each morning. I am not happy, but it is what it is. Damn it, Crawl, you caught syphilis for nothing, and I didn't even get to bang. All I did was do hand stuff, and now I'm pregnant, just like anime told me I would be. Now I'm Gregonante. 220. Some way down the hill, you stop for a rest. Oh, look, a pixie. You sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downwards into a vale. Cradled between 3 hills is a village, and quite a large one at that. The sun is falling rapidly, and you decide to head downward toward this settlement. An overhanging branch touches your face, and you hear a lively chirping. Hovering by your shoulder is a small creature the size of your thumb. It is childlike, but very thin, with green skin, and it flits around you on transparent wings. It seems to be quite friendly, and alights on your shoulder. You may talk to it, or get rid of it with a spell. I don't know any spells. We're going to talk to it. I ate too many Easter eggs and feel sick. It's like being a kid all over again. Ja. Classic, dude. Today I overate. I had a burger and fries and a soda. And then I went to a Chinese bakery and I had a cream bread and a large matcha with regular milk. And by the end of that, and I got a refill on my soda on the way out. So I drank the matcha. Then I got in my car and I drank an entire regular size Coke on the way, or Dr. Pepper on the way home. That's what I'm saying. You got to treat yourself, okay? I got to treat myself at least one time a week, all right? I got to enjoy my life at least one time a week. I ate so much food for two reasons. One, I only eat once per day for reasons. And two, I figured if I'm going to eat, I'm going to eat. And so I spent $20 today. It was actually like $9 on the burger and fries and drink, and then $8. So what is that? $17. I spent $17, which was too much money. I spent way too much money today. I should have spent like $8 because I should have just got a burger without fries, or I should have gotten a burger and fries and no drink, and then I should have gone to the matcha place and not gotten the bread. I should have just gotten the matcha, and then I would have spent like $12 or less. So, greed got me. But at the end of it, I was sitting there and I was on my phone and I was researching the books that we were going to do for this stream. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to throw up right now. It's a holiday weekend. That's true. It's not only the birth of the Buddha, but it is also the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So, like, if there's any call to celebrate, it's now. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk to him. We're going to go to 171. The creature is a mini-mite and calls itself Jan. It is very friendly and tells you are looking down on Biritanti, the largest village in the Shamutanti hills. Ari, are you here? Ari, are you listening? Ari, calling all Aries. Ari Fim. Ari Phlegm. La Fim. Can I get a Jesus Christ be praised? Can you please copy paste Jesus Christ be praised? I don't think she's here, guys. I think she left. It's nearly 10 p.m. She might be asleep. If she's here, can I get a Jesus Christ be praised? She might not do it, guys. I think she's out. I think she left. Biritanti is a friendly village where all travelers spend at least one night. Consequently, prices are a little on the high side. The mini-mite would like to come with you. Will you allow it to stay on your shoulder and follow the path down into Biritanti? Or will you tell it that you'd rather travel alone? Of course you can come with me, my little friend, my little puck. I'm actually going to have to leave too. I need to be up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m.? What are you doing, Salty? Do you have a job? Jesus Christ be praised. Thank you, Howard. Thank you, Goat Howard. The candy has made you an active chatter. Salty, what are you doing at 5 in the morning? I have to be up at 8:30 so I can make it to the temple by 9. Thank you for the Jesus Christ be praised, everybody. 111. There seems to be a good deal of merriment in the village. It is a festival of the young. I'm volunteering at the conservation center. They have early hours. Wow, that's awesome, Salty. Bye. If you want to watch this, it'll go up on YouTube in a day or so. If you want to see where the story ends, I appreciate you for coming. Thank you very much for hanging out with me while we make our little way down the adventure. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I appreciate that. It is... There seems to be a good deal of merriment in the village. It is the festival of the young, whispers Jan. Once a year, the children are allowed the freedom of the village. It is a time of great fun and pranks. A number of children sit in the street ahead, drinking ale. A little too much, it seems, as they are laughing loudly. Ahead, a young boy holds an old woman over his knee and is spanking her. A group of boys is fighting outside a hut with a sign which reads, Glandragor's Tavern. A group of girls is standing at a signpost pointing to the crystal waterfall, tripping up their elders as they pass and giggling to each other. Would you like to avoid this festival and make for the inn? 92. Visit the tavern? 230. Or head for the crystal waterfall? Or leave the town straight away? Okay, not gonna lie, the crystal waterfall does sound kinda awesome. We've already been to 2 inns, or 2 times that we've engaged with the people. Look, I got the balloons. Can I get the stars? No? I want the stars. There we go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Hell yeah, brother. So we're going to go to the Crystal Waterfall, which is 102. However, I'm going to put a star in case we want to come back, which I don't think we will. 102. You travel along a path leading upwards a little way until you reach a large natural waterfall. The only path to it leads past a small hut where a ruffian is collecting money. It seems that the price to pay for visiting this waterfall is 3 gold pieces. It is a beautiful sight with large crystal stalactites hanging from the rocks all the way down. Will you pay the price and visit the waterfall, or return to the village and head for the inn, or onwards out of town? 3 gold pieces? Fucking kill me, dude. I'm paying it. All right, I'm being frivolous with my money once again. I understand. I don't need you to tell me. 3 gold pieces. Are you fucking kidding me? Piece of shit. Why don't I just beat the kid's ass? All right, 204. The ruffian takes your 3 gold pieces and hands you a piece of cloth to use as a towel, along with 2 other visitors, and of course Jan the Minimite. You take off your clothes and bathe in the waterfall. You begin to glow, and the cool water is not only refreshing, but also invigorating. You are bathing in a waterfall with magical healing properties. You may restore your skill, stamina, and luck to their initial values. Unfortunately, I am all the way there. For washing away your wounds. The waterfall will also cure you of any diseases you may have picked up, but not curses. Then you must return to the village where you passed the inn. Turn to 90. Dude, are you kidding? Yo, 3 gold pieces to cure my fucking cancer? All right. Holy shit. No fucking way. Oh my God. I literally was thinking we should probably stay in town. Pray for baby Jesus. We should probably stay in town to see if we can find someone to cure us. But then the waterfall fucking cured us, dude. Goated. All right, 92 it is. Let's go to the inn. The inn is not cheap. A bed for the night is 5. And a meal is 4. If you eat, pay the price and add 2 stamina. If you want to sleep here, turn to 55. If not, you had better leave the village and find a place to bed down. Turn to 21. I'm not paying that shit. I'm not paying 5. 21 it is. You find a quiet place to rest outside the village. Away from the bustle of the Festival of Youth, you are able to get a good night's sleep. The Minimite curls up near you. You may eat provisions before you go to sleep and add 2 stamina. Add 3 stamina for the rest. Then turn to 67. Dude, and no night encounter? All right, so we just healed 5 stamina and we used a provision. So we are down to 3 provisions. Boop, boop. And we heal 5 stamina. I actually think we're doing stamina wrong. And that I can't go higher than the initial value that we rolled. However, I don't care. Okay, 67. You rise early and leave soon after dawn, with Jan still hovering around your head as you set off. Did you eat? Yes, I did. There are 2 paths ahead, one uphill and one downhill. All right, uphill is 6 or less. As always. It's an 8, so we go Downhill to the west, turn to 51. So Aerybot is still here, but Airy is not here. She could be making food, and she does leave for a long time when she makes food. Who knows? You travel downhill along the valley for an hour, but then the path turns uphill again. The hill you are now climbing is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you are again on a descending path. You may stop and eat provisions if you wish, and may add 2 stamina points if you do. Further along the path in the afternoon, Jan, who has been chattering incessantly at you, warns you to stop. You are being watched. As you are now in a wood, you proceed cautiously. Suddenly the bushes part, and a figure steps forward, dressed in black. This tall man bars your way. Will you prepare to do battle, or try and talk with him? Let's try and talk with him. He's got a sick fucking, katana. Let's talk to him. 103. The stranger ignores your words and grips a sharp scimitar. Turn to 117. Okay, so he doesn't even listen to me. It was a waste of time. You prepare to fight the tall assassin. The assassin has 8 and 6. Unfortunately for him, I'm going to fucking obliterate him because I have 13. So it's going to go the exact same way as the last one, the golem, the wood golem, which had the same score. Roll for him. It's a 10. That puts him at 18. That's rough. Oops. And I only rolled a 4, which puts me at 17. I take 2 damage. Ooh. However, I am at, what am I at, 30 something? 37? I don't really care. So I'm at 35 now. I thought it would set her house on fire. Damn. Very quick. Translate everything Crawl is saying into Japanese, Mandarin, German, French, and Italian sequentially, before translating back into English, and then tell us what she is saying. That sounds like a lot of work, but he is stressing about stamina and fighting someone with a katana. Okay, good job, Aerybot. Good job. Proud of you. Okay, roll for him. He rolled a 9. That puts him at 17. Roll for me. I rolled a 3. That puts me at 16. Are you kidding me? 33. Dude, he's kicking my ass. He rolled a 6. That puts him at 14. I rolled a 6. That puts me at 19. Eat shit, idiot. Puts him at 6. Oh, no. Yeah. Wait, no. That puts him at 4. Sorry. He has 6 HP. He rolled a 10. Dude, what is this? I rolled a 4? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm at 31. Dude, I'm getting my fucking shit kicked in. He rolled a 5. That's a 13. I rolled an 11. That's a 24. Beat his ass. All right, I got to hit him one more time. He rolled a 9. Dude, what the hell? But I rolled an 11. That's a 24. He's fucking dead. He's fucking dead. Okay, I got wrecked, guys. I got really messed up here. That puts me at 31. Holy shit. Lock the fuck in. It's RNG. What do you mean lock in? It's RNG. Okay, where was I? 117. If you win, turn to 153. Alternatively, you may elect to spare his life and reduce when he is reduced to 3 stamina points or less. So long as you are clearly winning, your own stamina is at least 6 by turning to 187. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I wish I had read that. So I'm going to put myself back to 33 and we are going to spare him. Because that sounds much more fun than killing him. Let's go to 187. 187. That sounds way more fun. I did not read the whole thing. Usually I feel like you're not supposed to. He begs for mercy, and when you step back from the battle, he is overwhelmingly grateful. He picks himself up, and nursing his wounds, he tells you he is flanker, an assassin, and thief. He always picks on wayfarers for combat practice, and though thought you would be no match, he too is headed for Kare, and in return for your mercy, he promises he will remain your friend. This will be a valuable asset in the city port. When you reach Kare, you will meet Flanker again, and he promises he will aid you. Turn to reference 79 in the second Sorcery adventure to find out how he will help. Okay, I need to write that down. Clues and notes. Let's write it there. Flanker, page 79, book 2. He will not accompany you to Kare and instead disappears in the woods. You have made a valuable contact here. Add 2 luck points and continue by turning to 212. Okay. New column, 212. I'm actually totally cool with that. But we add 2 points, so we're at 11 now. Again, no idea if I'm doing this correctly. I feel like the stamina is not correct. I feel like I'm supposed to be not going above my initial value that I rolled, but whatever. Let's say we're on story mode difficulty, okay? Let's say we're on story mode difficulty. That's all I can say. We're playing easy mode. A little bit of easy mode. 212. Continuing along the path and round the side of a hill, you are now becoming increasingly irritated by the Minimites chattering. You come across a small wooden hut where an old woman sits on the front step. As you pass, she calls out to you, inviting you over. Will you see what she wants or ignore her and continue? Why not? 243. Let's find out. The old woman invites you into her house and bids you sit down. She is lonely on her own in the woods and appreciates the company of others. Offering you a drink, she shuffles off into the kitchen and returns with 2 large cups of tea and 1 tiny one. Jan is a little suspicious and tells you so. The old woman glares at him and expresses openly her disgust for Minimites. She has forgotten the pot and returns to the kitchen to fetch it. You may, if you wish, switch your cup of tea with hers, or you may wait for her to return and drink the one she has given you. I trust her. 146. I trust the old woman. She has no reason to just kill me. The tea is refreshing, and you may add 1 stamina point. Also add 1 luck point for making the right choice. That's right. Just because she's racist doesn't mean anything. Okay, yes, it does. It means a lot, actually. It's sickening. But I did get a stat boost. So, I mean, what can I say? What can I say? You notice that the woman is cursing and her actions are becoming slower. She creeps slowly off into the kitchen and you see her gulping down another drink. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, she tried to poison me. Then she comes back and questions you about your journey. She is particularly interested in knowing whether you came across an old man. If you have with you a page from a spell book, turn to 184. Wait, I do. I have page 102. If not, turn to 219. I do. Wait, I do. 184. Wait, I do. You describe the old man you encountered, and her eyes light up. She asks whether you stole from him a page from the spellbook, and is overjoyed as you pull the page from your backpack, giggling with glee, and snatches it from you. 114. "4 days ago, I was visited by a traveler such as yourself," she explains. "The rogue was leafing through my book when I caught him, and as I challenged him, he raced off, taking this page with him. He must have been a wizard of some power, considering the speed with which he vanished. I cast an aging spell at him, but it seemed to do no good. She thanks you for bringing it back, and offers to show you how useful it is. She will rid you of the Minimite pest if you wish. If you want to get rid of Jan and regain your ability to use spells, add together the page number you have with the number on what must be the next page and turn to that reference number. If you have not recorded the page number, or if you wish to keep Jan, she allows you to leave and set off again along the path." Why would I get rid of Jan? Because he's annoying? Brother, I'm Guts and he's Puck, all right? I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping his ass. Let's see what it would have been. It says page 102, so I should have turned to 103. Is that correct? No? How does this work? It says If you want to get rid of Jan and regain your ability to use spells, add together the page number you have with the number on what must be the next page and turn to that reference number. 102 plus 103. So it's 205. Squealing loudly, the Mennonite disappears from your shoulder. You are relieved to find that you are able to use your magic once more. The old woman allows you to leave and continue along the path. Okay, no. We're going to go to 232. Okay, so I don't use magic anyway, so I'm just going to keep his ass. I'm just going to keep him. I don't give a fuck if he's annoying. Wait. So he leaves us no matter what. What did I miss? Ari, you missed so much. We literally asked for you. We were like, where did she go? We literally were like, Ari, cat check. And you were just gone. Jesus Christ be praised, Ari. Damn. You can't trust nobody these days. You can't trust nobody. Doesn't even tell us that she's leaving. These chatters, man. These chatters. Okay, hold on. Wait, take me back to 114. I don't want him to go. Or if you have not recorded the page number, or if you wish to keep Jan, turn to 232. But if I go to 205, which is the page that it says, it also says that she takes Jan and to go to 232. We still have Jan, okay? We still have Jan. Okay, we still have Jan. So no matter what the book says, we've still got our puck. It is now late afternoon. You pass over the brow of the next hill, and below you is a village. The path leads into this village, and you have little choice but to enter Torapani. Torapani is inhabited by the Svins, an aggressive-looking race of man-orcs. But as you enter the village, an air of depression hangs over the place, becomes quite apparent. The Svins take no notice of you, and you sit down on a tree stump in the center of the village, surveying the miserable creatures. Will you head for the inn to spend the night, or attempt to make contact with the villagers? Let's attempt to make contact. 282. Star on 232. 282. You approach a group of Svins deep in conversation and take a seat with them. They are discussing a friend apparently killed in the night by an assassin's blade. Gradually, you work your way into the conversation, and you soon learn the reason for the depression which hangs over the village. The village chief's daughter has been captured by a band of marauders and offered as a sacrifice to a powerful cave demon. According to an ancient prophecy, a dreadful scourge will overrun the village if the chief's line ever ends, and his daughter is the chief's only heir. You tell them of your own travels and the creatures you have met. They realize you are a truly heroic adventurer and become very interested in you. Suddenly, one springs at you while another runs off into the village. You are held fast in a vice-like grip, but as you struggle more, Svins arrive. They march you off to a hut at the edge of the village. Turn to 71. They're going to force me to go fight this demon, and I'm okay with that. You are thrown into the hut, and the door is locked. You are their prisoner. You spend half an hour looking for a possible escape, but there does not seem to be one. If you wish, you may sit down and eat provisions. Then you may either settle down for sleep for the rest of the night, or keep awake and on your guard in case anything should happen. I'm going to heal. I am going to heal. It is okay. I am okay. And I am going to sleep. I am going to sleep, which puts me to 109. Yeah, I think I'm cheating. I think I'm cheating. I don't think I'm supposed to go above the initial value that I rolled, but I don't remember the rules ever saying that, so I'm just kind of like vibing. 109. Add 2 stamina points for your rest. Add 2 stamina points. Okay, 109. and we're back up to 38. So that combat kind of fucked us. We can't go over initial stamina, but I don't remember what you started with. Who cares? It's too late now to care anymore. We're playing on story mode, everybody. Give me a ja, because who gives a fuck? An hour after daybreak, you hear noises outside. The door opens and 5 Svins come in, followed by an old man with gray hair and colorful robes. Let's just do a little cheating. Good aga. I thought I would be free of that in this chat, but I guess you guys, life finds a way. He announces himself as Proceus, the Svin chief, and apologizes for having captured you. He nods to a menial who brings in bread and milk. You may eat this meal and add 2 stamina. Fuck it. We're going to 40. We do a little bit of cheating. We are definitely not supposed to be going to 40. But who cares? The chief explains that you have a mission of the utmost importance ahead of you. His young daughter, his only heir, has been captured by marauders and is being offered as a sacrifice to a powerful cave demon. Several of his own men have tried to rescue the girl, but so far with no success. We are desperate people, explains the chief. You must be our champion and rescue our heir. If you succeed, you may choose your own reward. It is clear that, in spite of the chief's apparent good nature, you have little choice in the matter. You are taken out of the village and along a meandering path up another hill. On top of the hill is a hole in the ground, and the Svins prepare a basket to lower you down into what must be a secret entrance into the demon's cave. Will you try a last attempt at escaping, or are you thinking only of the rich treasures you may win? I'm thinking of slaying a demon. It's not a modded playthrough. What it is we have enabled the command line prompt, no health cap. That's what we've done. Everything else is fine. All right. I'm not spawning in the best armor or the best sword or starting with the legendary weapon. Okay. I'm not one-shotting. All right. It is possible for me to die still. I have just removed the health cap. All right. That's all. Go to page 100. You pick yourself up off the floor and look around. A shaft of light penetrates the pit, and you are relieved to see a passage leading to the daylight outside. Your hand is resting on a furry object, which at first you thought was some kind of creature, but now you are able to see that it is a dusty boot. Not far from it is another, and you collect the pair and dust them clean. You now own a pair of fur-skinned boots, which you may take with you. The fur is borin skin, and you put the boots in your backpack. Following the passage, you emerge from the mine into the woods, but a pathway that runs downhill. Wait, hold on. Oh shit, that's 110. Fuck me. I was like, what? Why am I getting up? I'm eating these rice cake things you're supposed to put in tteokbokki, but I'm just putting them with veggies, and I think I never cooked them enough because these are so much chewier than usual because I forgot them on the stove. They get softer the more you cook them. If they're really, really chewy, that means that you didn't cook them for long enough. I eat tteokbokki a lot. It is very chewy, but doesn't it start really hard? And the longer you cook them, the more mushier they get. Are you sure you cooked them long enough? or maybe, I have no idea. I don't know if I've ever overcooked them. I don't think you cooked them long enough, Harry. I have no idea. Are they like Quaker rice cakes? No, you want to see? You should just be able to see this. Can you guys just see that? Yeah, in that little tiny image. No, I'm gonna screen cap it. This is tteokbokki. The like they look like noodles, but they're not. It's essentially like mochi that's really dehydrated. So it's made in almost the same way as mochi, where it's really glutinous rice that they pound into a paste and then they extrude into this like noodle form that is not hollow. It is rice all the way through. And then they dry it and it turns into this hard, like little cylinder. And then when you boil it in water, it softens it and it becomes really chewy. And so it's like this really chewy, really spicy. It's good. It's really good. If you like spicy, they call them rice cakes, but it is just long mochi. Exactly. If you like spicy food, they make them non-spicy as well. Like they make rose, which has more of like a tomatoey flavor to it, a cream tomato sauce, I think. But most of the time, it's made with like gochujang, which is Korean red chili paste, and it's spicy. It's spicy. I'm not gonna lie. It is spicy, but I like it quite a lot. They make them in like ramen form, where it's like a dry. You have to boil everything, and then it comes with like a powder similar to ramen. But they also make it in a frozen bag form, which comes with a sauce packet, which I like a lot more. I think the sauce packet is way better because it's got a lot more like flavor and body to it. You know what I mean? Okay, where was I? You are lowered down through the blackness until eventually you reach the ground below. If you still have Jan, the Minimite, with you, turn to 286. I sure do. Grilling the guy talk sounds fire. Grilling the gare talk. I don't know what that is. I know what talk is. Is it, are you like tteokbokki? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any Korean. I've also never done that. But that does sound good. If I'm assuming that we're all talking about the same thing. I think that's the name of the actual rice cakes. That's the base cake cylinder. Okay, so that's an actual name. That does sound good. I think I've eaten it that way. Tteokbokki is the grilled form. I think I've eaten it that way. I've also had it in like a what's that called? Ari, what's that Japanese soup called where you put things on a skewer and then you boil it for a really long time? Oden. I've had it in an oden form where it was like on a skewer and I pulled it out of a soup and I ate it. But I had that at a lady's house. Like this was not at a restaurant. So I had no idea what it's called. That's just how we ate it. And it was like 3 of them on a skewer. I have no idea what it was called. She may have just been doing shit. I have no idea. But it was good. It was really good. It was very savory, very spicy. It had like ham hock or beef, pig feet or beef something, oxtail. It was something. It had like really big bones, but it was really, really good. It was probably oxtail. It was really good. No idea what it was. 286. It was really hard to eat too because you basically you wanted to just, soup is supposed to be soft, right? And so you wanted to just like eat the soup, but you couldn't because there were a lot of bones and like bone pieces. And so basically you had to like eat it really slowly and use like a spoon and a fork to like pull the meat from the bone. It was good, but it was really rustic and really hard to eat, I'm going to be honest with you. But it tasted good. 286. As you have no doubt already learned, Jan will not leave you. And while he is with you, your magic will not work. You may not use any spells until you rid yourself of this little pest. 197. I don't have any spells. He's not a pest. I think he's going to help me. You peer around in the blackness. The Svins throw you down a torch and tinderbox to light your way. Lighting up the torch, what you can see around you. You can see you are in a large cavern. 2 passageways lead onwards. Will you take the one on the right or the one on the left? Well, you know how it is, team. It's time for a bathroom break, everybody. Hello. Where were we? 197. Okay, we were going to roll. Higher than 7 and higher, we go... Okay, it is 7, so we are going to 16. I need to move these things around. There we go. To the left. To the left, to the left. 16. The passage slopes downhill, and you soon reach a fork where you may either go right or left. Okay, we're going to roll again. 7 or higher, we go left. It's an 11, so we go left. To 151. Oh, that was 115, sorry. 151. Some way down the corridor, you hear whimpering, and your torch lights up a frail shape. Hiding in the shadows is the young Svin girl. You take her up and comfort her, and she clings to you for safety. Now all you have to do is escape. Turn to 195. Dude, crazy. RNG is guiding us. 195. We're going to have to fight. I know it. Look, here it is. Behind you, a roaring puts you on your guard. The walls of the corridor begin to shake and crumble as you are forced to venture further to avoid the collapse which is sealing off your exit. Ahead of you now, a narrow shaft of light gives you cause for hope. Perhaps there is another exit. The roaring sound gets louder as you step from the corridor into a large cavern. Suddenly, you gasp as you back against the wall, shielding the child from the sight you have seen. Standing before you on 4 legs is a huge manticore, a hybrid creature with a lion's body and a scorpion's tail. Its face is that of an old man, and as it sees you, it rears back, flapping 2 great wings. Will you fight the creature or cast a spell? We're fucking fighting, bro. Turn to 227. 227. This is everything we've trained for. I'm going to fight the motherfucker. Draw your weapon and fight. 12. Okay, so I'm at 13. He's at 12. It's neck and neck. I'm at 40 HP, and he is at 18 HP. Whew. Okay. Each time the creature inflicts a wound on you, you must roll 1 die. A roll of 5 or 6 indicates a hit with its scorpion-like tail containing a poison, which will cause 6 stamina points of damage unless you successfully test your luck. Oh my god. If you roll a 1 to 4, the attack is normal. If you defeat the creature, turn to 456. Holy. Okay, so if it hits me, I have to roll 1 die. Okay. This is bad, everybody. Please, RNG, please. Dice gods, help me. It rolls a 6, putting it at 18. I roll an 8, putting me at 21. All right, it takes damage, so it's at 16. It rolls a 7, putting it at 19. I roll a 6, putting me at 19. We miss each other. It rolls a 12. The only way I win is if I roll an 11 or a 12. No, I take damage. I take damage. Okay, so I rolled a 4, so that puts me at 17. So I take damage, so we're going to roll 1 dice. It rolled a 2. Okay, all right. So I'm at 38 now. It rolls a 7, putting it at 19. I roll a 7, putting me at 20. Having 1 point over it is actually helping me, so it goes down to 14. It rolls a 7, putting it at 19 again. I roll an 11. Dude, awesome. 24. Take that, you son of a bitch. Putting it at 12. It rolls a 10. No. 22. Oh my god, an 11. Yo, I'm beating its ass. It rolls a 5, putting it at 17. No! 16? I was 1 too low. All right, so it hits me. Let's roll 1 die, see if it stings me. And it doesn't. All right. Okay, I only have to test my luck if it rolls enough to hit me. So that puts me at 36. It rolls a 10, putting it at 22. I roll a 7, putting me at 20. Okay, all right. 3, yes, okay. So we just take normal damage, so that puts us at 34. It rolls a 5, putting it at 17. It has not rolled less than a 5 every single time. And I roll a 7, putting me at 20, so I hit it. It's now down to 8. It is less than half HP now. It rolls a 7. That is 19. It is not rolled less than a 5, dude. But I roll 8, putting me at 21. So I hit it again. 6. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's some bullshit. That last roll, that was trash. And I only roll a 5? Are you kidding me? All right. Oh, no! Okay, we have to test our luck. Which means that we roll 2, and our luck is really, really high, so there's a really good chance that we're just going to take normal damage here, because it's 12. Okay, so no matter what we roll, we will succeed, because we have 12 luck. So that means we're going to, instead of rolling, there's no point in rolling, we're just going to reduce this to 11, and then we are going to take normal damage, because it's essentially like we rolled, but because it's a 12, it's impossible for us to fail, so we auto succeed, meaning that we're now at 32. We don't take the extra 6 stamina damage. Okay, roll 2. It rolls a 9, putting it at 21. We have to roll 8 or higher, and we succeed. So we hit it. It's now down to 4. It rolls a 11, putting it at 23. We have to roll an 11 or higher. And we do not. So we roll a 1. See if we take... And it's a 4. So we take normal damage. So we're down to 30. Okay. It rolls a 6, putting it at 18. We roll an 8. We succeed. It goes down to 2. One more hit and we win, everybody. It rolls a 10. That's 22. And we roll a 9. That's 22. So we win. We win. Thank God. We did. We are playing on easy baby mode. We are playing on easy baby mode, but we did win. We did win. Thank you for the clappies. Okay, so we won. We won. We beat it. We beat this fucker. If you defeat the creature, roll to 456. 456. Dude, imagine dying here and having to do all of that shit again. Imagine dying here and having to go back to the very beginning. Like, holy hell. If you were a kid and you were following the rules exactly, this would be like a multi-day adventure because you're just getting your shit kicked in the entire time. 456, dude. All right. So the Manticore is what's on the cover of the book, meaning I think that, oh God, what is that? Holy fuck. Okay. Oh my God, there's so much more. Wait, no. Are we done? Oh my God. Wait. You leave the Manticore's chamber and follow the path to the source of the light. As you had hoped, a cave entrance allows you out onto the side of the hill. You and the Sven girl find your way back to Torapani. The Sven chief is overjoyed to have his daughter back, and the village erupts into celebration as their curse is now lifted. You are given the freedom of the village and decide to stay for the day to recuperate. You visit the Sven healing priest who will treat your wounds, cure any diseases, and lift curses which you may have. Restore your skill, stamina, and luck points to their initial values. The priest may also rid you of the annoying little mini-mite if he is still with you. You sleep heavily that night and rise the next morning to continue on your way. Before you go, the Sven chief meets you. He hands you 2 gifts, a pouch containing 10 gold pieces, and a large key. Okay, so we are now up to 22. $22 pieces, and a large key. I know you head for Kare, says the chief, but the city is evil, and you must be on your guard. 2 years ago, a traveler passed through here from Kare and gave me this key, saying he would never return. This is a key to the city gates, and with it, you will be able to enter the city unnoticed. Once you get to Kare's south gate, in the next adventure, you may turn to 12 if you wish to use the key. Okay. Let's write that here. Kare, page 12, start. Iron key. You thank him and leave Torapani. You have made friends here and may permanently increase your luck score by 1 point. I don't remember what the initial value was. Was it 9? So the initial luck is now 10. I believe my initial stamina was 13. Dude, the cheating kind of fucked it up. Soon the path is leading you on from the Shamutanti hills, down across rice fields, towards a great walled city, the city port of Kare, and on to the next stage of your quest. We did it. We did it, everybody. And somehow, through random chance, literally random, I flipped a coin at every fork in the road. At literally every fork in the road, we flipped a coin. We did it. You are about to embark on an epic adventure. Your quest will take you from Analand, your homelands, across the unruly territories of Kakabad to the Mampang Fortress, wherein lies the Crown of Kings. In this fantasy role-playing game book, you may elect to become either a warrior or a wizard. The spells that will give you power are found in the Sorcery spellbook. Whatever your choice, the journey ahead will be dangerous, and you will be faced with tricks, traps, problems, clues, and a host of evil creatures who will do everything in their power to thwart you. Whether you confront your enemies or flee to fight another day, each journey will be unique and it will be yours. And that's the truth, everybody. If you think I cheated too much, if you think that removing the cap on my stats was some bullshit, or if you think that you wanted to do magic, or you wanted to do it a different way, or you would have not done RNG coin flips at every turn, feel free to play the game on your own. This shit was $3.95 when it came out. Look at this art. I never got whatever this sword is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is or that or the angry moon or anything. What is this? You know what I'm saying? Look at all these. Deduct. Oh my God. Look at all this. We did die 2 times. We did die twice. That's, the nature of the beast, I guess. Oh, look. Its tail doesn't become the tree. Its tail is wrapped around the tree. Oh. Okay. We never saw the Elvins. I didn't get to sleep with whatever her name was, the witch, the goth baddie. I never got to sleep with her. I didn't have to do really any skilled, like I never dealt with these guys, even though I saw them continuously. I kept my mini might because I don't use magic, so who cares? But maybe you get fucked by them. Good night, Alex. Good night. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I killed the fucking Manticore. I did. I killed his ass. Let's see. Would he have killed me if I had my initial HP of 13? 11, 9, 7, 5, 3. He would not have killed me. I would have been left with 3 HP, which means I would have won. But I would have also tested my luck a lot more. I would have used a lot more of my luck points, so we kind of skipped one of the mechanics of the game, and luck only came into play when it came to chance encounters. So there is that. I will say that. But I had fun. I had a good time. And I hope you did too. We're probably going to do the next book sometime soon. It might not be next stream, but it will be soon, because we got to keep it fresh, right? I want to keep all this stuff up and alive, right? I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun with this. If you would like to play, again, this is Steve Jackson's Sorcery, #1, the Shamutanti Hills. It was really good. I see why people say this is the best one, ever. I had a really good time. I am going to finish all 4 of them. And I might do his other one that he wrote, the House of Horrors, as well. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. If you watch this live, thanks for hanging out. Bye, everybody. See you next time.